Hello, everybody, and welcome to
Hello,
the
everybody, and welcome to the.
Thursday edition of my voice echoing because I forgot to mute the stream. We're going to bring you season 27, day 3. It's still week 1. Teams are finding themselves. Players are all either batting below 200 or above 700, so always fun to see the crazy early stats. I'm here with my co host today, Hummus God.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me, Danny B. Daniel, as I like to call you sometimes. I put
Always
a
a
poll
pleasure.
up. Are you sick of me? Uh, no won by 2 votes. I voted for yes. 10 people voted. So thank you for being honest. And yeah, it should be a great night. Going 3 for 3 on opening week streams. Musha said, "Will I go 4 for 4?" That's kind of up for debate right now. It kind of depends on a few things. I have a friend coming in town. I already got asked to do Saturday, and I have a friend coming in town. Now there's obviously a tropical storm on its way, so I don't know if he's still going to want to drive up from Southwest Florida to Central Florida. If he does, then I won't be there. If he doesn't, then I will be there. So it kind of depends on what we do. But yeah, we should
I
be a great
think
night.
the Field of Dreams game is today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually on right now. We're competing against head to head with a really cool event.
Gonna say, I wonder what
Um,
that'll do to our numbers tonight. I know that's what Mike is out doing. I actually just put that on my third monitor. I'll glance over from time to time.
yeah, the difference between us and that game is you can't interact with the hosts of that game. You could interact with us tonight. Shout out to you guys. What's up, sports fan? I know that's Shane. Taco said, "Am I fired?" No, but Danny B's girlfriend did make this graphic, and she is pretty good. So watch your back. Matt Bake is here. Rory's here. It is a tropical depression. Thank you for letting me know that. I haven't really been on top of it.
Fortunately
Casey 15 is here as well.
for 209 tacos, law school is starting up at the end of the month, so your competition will be very busy.
So you're good, I think. 209 tacos is what he meant to say.
Yes,
You're not getting fired yet.
yet. And on that, why don't we take you over to the main monitor? I'll flash our little schedule notepad up here for a quick second. We got a couple primetime games, kind of leading off the stream here with primetime number 4. Couple quick sim days, and we will have a lot of good minor league games. Nice to see the minor league action. Hopefully we have some mods who can do some predictions. If not, we can just
Yeah.
harass Hummus.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. My friend Kaylin harassing me in chat. I did have a really embarrassing end to a Warzone stream last night. Was stuck in between a bunch of rocks, couldn't find a rope to pull me up, and yeah, I got shamed for it. So here we are. A day later, still getting shamed for
Shame lives forever.
it.
I totally meant to pull up the stat info. There it is. I had it the whole time. Looks like we just have some quick stats here brought by KC Colby. Obviously, our first game is going to be Outer Banks playing in New York against the Voyagers. And after winning their first PBE championship last year, OBX added, they didn't subtract, they didn't age up, they actually got stronger, signing Willie Colon in free agency, who replaced Hunter Geist, still under contract but not playing too often. I think the Aviators are looking to trade him away. So any GMs watching, he apparently is on the block. Because of Cap, they let go of Ian the Igloo and Johnny Unitas, so that lack of depth might contribute to a less efficient pitching performance compared to last year. But the batters are picking up the slack. They're already scoring 6.3 runs a game, although they have had a weaker schedule to start off the season than some other teams in the Champions East, maybe.
I know of one. Yes.
See, we got Bob Beaumont, starting pitcher of this game. So far, he's got a combined record of 7-32. I imagine that's career, uh, and has yet to record a win.
Hmm.
Oh no, Bob's 3 opponents so far have a combined record. His opponents have a combined record of 7 for 32, and he's yet to record a win. That was that key piece of information I left out. And the strength of OBX lineup is all of it, as every batter is hitting above that 250 mark you want to be at to start the season. And it looks like First Horse, they're also above 250. So that'll be interesting to see if Horse is able to hold things down in this one.
How come there's nothing in the stat info about the bad blood between the two teams?
I don't know. I was about to bring up Triple Crown Tom Shue not being in it. I'm not sure if this is the first stream he's been on this season, but I'm sure he would be happy to repeat.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is one of the strongest rivalries in the PBE. Don't make it personal, but kind of like it when teams are vouching for their own team, in conversation, in debate, and banter. I've seen these two teams go back and forth. So looking forward to seeing how this one shakes out. Their faithful are going to be here in the chat tonight.
For sure. And I think with that, we can get into it. We got a solid 40 in the chat now. What do you want? You want me to take the first 3, you take the middle 4, and then I'll close it out?
Let's do it.
Gives you the 10th inning if it happens.
Yes, sir. We'll probably see one in this matchup.
Do our player sizes. I have the animation super. What do I normally do? Very fast or fast? This is still set from the World Series, the last time I simmed.
Matty Ice in the house. Zane's here. Casey Colby and Chad Bailey, one of the OG members of the PBE here in the chat. Gotta love it.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, there's apparently Voyager's info you didn't read?
Uh-oh. Thanks, Casey Colby, for pointing it out.
Got my man working overtime.
Yep, there is. Sorry, I just, I don't know. I looked at it and then was like, that's for the next game. And it is absolutely not. You're correct. So last year, the Voyagers led the Legends in runs scored per game. Tom Shue probably helped a little with that. However, over the a quarter of last season's runs were scored by R.J. Menard, who is now gone. And I guess Stevenson, I think, is the other one that's supposed to be in there. Stevenson retired, and Menard walked away in free agency. So they were replaced by the free agent signings of Benny Rodriguez and Jackie Daytona. But since their offense took a hit, they traded with Sarasota to acquire Pork Torkelton. Starting pitcher Hal Holhorse is currently 1-2. His opponents have gone 22-17 so far. Designated hitter Rusty Kuntz leads the Legends in WAR as a designated hitter. That's not an easy thing to do when competing against the catcher, shortstop, and center fielder little WAR injection that they get. So we'll look to see if he stays hot. And now
owned him in fantasy last season. Got relegated by the skin of my teeth, but yeah, look, he's starting off strong, so that's good for him.
Alrighty. Without further ado, we're going to get into this one.
Let's do it.
It's going to be Dub City leading off against Holhorse, and he's going to lead off with a little bloop single into left field. That'll bring up Drachenberg, the left fielder for the Outer Banks Aviators, reigning champions, but he will strike out, not able to move that runner along. That's going to be a line drive into right field that has caught the runner. Wisely ID'd that and got himself back to first base. And that looks like it'll be a little line drive single into shallow center right.
So looks like we need out of town.
Ooh, yes, we do.
Nice. I caught it before chat did. Beat you guys. You guys are sleeping at the wheel.
Let's get that up there.
This is why I'm in my position. And
so we got the gray bar glitch, but those should go away in the next game.
Oh, we're good.
Make sure that looks okay on the stream. Looks pretty good. Nashville taking an early lead over Detroit. Full count now for Mike Latoris, and he will strike out. So Hal Horse gets himself into trouble letting runners on the corners, but he's able to put the side away on a good third pitch swinging strike. Hunter is now going to lead things off for the Voyagers with a strikeout. The new Voyager, Benny Rodriguez, he's going to strike out as well. So a couple of quick Ks to start off Beaumont's inning. And then we'll have a lazy pop-up that actually just sneaks past the second baseman for a little bloop single. Seeing a lot of bloops, not a ton of liners. Here's Tom Hsu. Tom Hsu's picking up right where he left off. That one's going, and it's gone over the wall. 421 feet to open up the scoring in this one. Tom Hsu with a bomb.
Triple Crown Tommy.
There he is, looking to do it again. Barbados Slim will try to follow that up, and maybe Beaumont's a little mad. Hits him with a pitch. In a 2-strike count, I don't think he was trying to hit him, but you never know. Kirk Swerve now is going to hit a line drive into left field. There's that line drive single. And Jackie Daytona now, the 7th man to bat for the Voyagers in the first inning, will pop up. So both teams, I mean, we got the Aviators put 3 men on, got to the 6th runner, and the Voyagers having 7 guys come up to bat. Both teams are wearing out the pitching, and wow, I thought that was going to be into the gap for a double, but it's caught. Here's Linus Riverboat, and that I think will fall as well. It does. He'll reach first with a single. Tex Walker. Maybe a double play ball. Nope, just the 6-4 there on that one. Or 5-4, excuse me. As Tyler Swift lines one into the left field corner. The runners are rounding third base. He's headed for home, and the throw goes into second. So the Aviators will score their first run in this one on a double from Tyler Swift into the left field corner. Soft little grounder for Dub City is handled by the second baseman, and that'll retire the side. Scoring 1. Here comes Pretzelman. The first baseman and second baseman have a chat about who will haul it in, and the first baseman does so. We Dem Boys strikes out, so Beaumont got 2 quick outs in the first inning and then gave up some damage. We'll see if he can put this inning away. He will not. He will allow a runner on first with a little line drive up the middle. Here's Rodriguez. They'll go the short way to second for the force play and retire the side. Drakenberg in now for the Aviators. That one might be hit slow enough that he can reach first, and he does. Beats it out. Pitcher had to go a long way to get it. Third baseman was playing deep. Here's Willie Colon, but first we'll have the stolen base, showing off the speed again, and that's a safe. Number 6 on the young season for Drakenberg. And then we'll have a line drive caught. Good IQ to get back to the bag. And that one's going to fall. Should be good to score a run. I think we're going to have a tie game here. No, they will hold him at third with just 1 out. And the hot-hitting designated hitter, Mike Latour's coming up. And maybe that decision will pay off right here. It looks like it's going to stay in the yard, but should be deep enough to score the runner from third. Sac fly for Mike. Give him the ribeye. Dan Halen now. Catcher on the ground to third. Hot hands at the hot corner. Picks that one up. Shoots it over to second, and we have that force out to end the inning. A couple of hot bats due up for the Voyagers. Kuntz and Hsu, both with little flame symbols. Followed by Barbados Slim, and then another hot hitter if the inning gets to Swerve. As Kuntz does pop up. Tom Hsu hits a soft one, and I think that was caught. I wasn't sure if that bounced off the ground, but Hsu robbed of extras. Wow, back-to-back. Great catches by the center fielder. He went a long way for that one. It's always hard to track those balls over your shoulder as I send it over to Hummus.
Bottom third of the order coming up for OBX. That's going to be right back up the middle. Riverboat now 2 for 2 on the day, having a good season, just a good player overall. Yes, that is 11 hits on the day total. Here we go, 6, 4, but not the 3. Tex Walker, get the fielder's choice out at second. Swift. Will we get a 4-6-3? We won't. That's going to be another fielder's choice out at second. So Dub City, 2 on 1 out. 1 on 2 out, excuse me. Oh, and a stolen base. 5th on the season. Nice play by Swift to get there in time. And a strikeout from Dub City ends the top of the 4th. Little Hawks Nate. We'll go bottom of the 4th. Strikeout looking on a pitch that appeared to be right on the edge of the zone. You could see that 6th pitch touching the zone. What a pitch by Beaumont. Jackie Daytona pop out. Second baseman went out to the outfield grass, and a strikeout from Pretzelman. That means they went down in order. We'll go top of the 5th in a tie ball game here. OBX looking to break this tie, bringing up Drockenberg. Drockenberg, just on cue. That one was a no-doubter, 457 feet, almost left the ballpark, and now it's 3-2 OBX, and they do break the tie. On a 2-1 count, Drockenberg took that ball to another planet, so that will bring up Willie Colon. Willie Colon popping it up, shortstop out there, almost touching hands with the left fielder, makes the grab. Another case where the infielder meets the outfielder. That's a second out of the inning. Latoris rips one to the right field wall. Will this be 2? It will. Sliding double, 2-out double for Mike Latoris. Dan Halen with a runner on second. Dan Halen lifts one pretty deep, but it's going to stay in. It's going to be caught for the 3rd out. And OBX took the lead. Drockenberg took that ball to another dimension. We'll go bottom of the 5th. Dem Boys starting off strong here with a leadoff single. Kevin Hunter now, who's been with us, the stat team guy who brought us stats. They get the runner, you get him out at first, but the runner moves to second. Rodriguez, same thing. Runner moves to third. He gets out on a ground out. Kuntz drawing a walk on a full count. Good eye there. Chu struck out looking on a 2-2 count. And they leave 2 stranded. We'll go top of the 6th. OBX looking to pad their 1-run lead. Riverboat, grounder, ground out for out number 1. Tex Walker, Ems, who was with us, probably still is. That's going to be a base hit. Past the shortstop. Nice work to go opposite field on a deep in the count, it seems. So Tyler Swift with 1 on. Tex Walker break it for second. In there safely, 2nd of the season. Congrats. Swift now. Can you bring Tex home? Will you? You won't. That's going to be a pop out to the shortstop, but Dub City may be able to. Struck out swinging on an 0-2 count, leaving Tex Walker on second. That opens the door for New York to only be down a run. We'll go bottom of the 6th. Slim with a fly out number 1. Swerve. That's a infield pop-up for out number 2. Dub City makes the play. Jackie Daytona striking out swinging. Beaumont dealing in this one. We'll go top of the 7th with Drockenberg, who you remember took a ball to outer space last time up. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Drockenberg, this time in the same spot, but a little bit further. 459 feet. That was a long one. And again, Drockenberg, back-to-back times up, back-to-back homers for Drockenberg. What an amazing game from Drockenberg so far. Cologne will line out to center. KBK struck out looking. The oh wow hits. Latoris with a fly ball. Oh, dropped. Rodriguez couldn't. That's an error on Benny. Couldn't make the play in foul territory. Latoris now. Didn't matter. Struck out swinging on a full count. But Drockenberg loves to kiss these balls out of the park. And it's 4-2 OBX. Pretzelman with a fly out to the right fielder. Dem Boys rips one into the left field wall. That's going to be a standing double for W.E. Dem Boys. So Kevin Hunter 1 on, 1 out. Tying run at the plate. And with a grounder and a ground out. So 2 out for Rodriguez, who drops one in right field. Runner coming home. Dem Boys scores. That allows Rodriguez to move to second. They're calling it a single, but now it's 4-3, an RBI from Rodriguez. Kuntz rips one past the first baseman. Here we go. Will we see a tie game? And we will. 4-4. Just like that. And a 2-out rally, 2-out magic for the Voyagers. And a pop-up and a pop-out will end the 7th. We got a close one here for y'all. Thank you for tuning in. 55 of you. We'll go top of the 8th. Danny B.
Here we are. Love coming in a tie game in the late innings. Here's Dan Halen. Send that ball on the ground to second. A quick out now for Cletus McFlorida, man. sitting at about half energy. He might be done with this inning after he strikes out Riverboat. Now he's got to face Tex Walker. A championship player, if there ever was one. She laces one into the double. I'm sorry, into the gap for a double. That's how that works. Safe on second. 2-out magic now maybe for Tyler Swift on the ground of the shortstop. And a good throw gets him. So we'll head to the bottom of the 8th in a tie game here. Feels like it's destined for extras. If Domingo Pozo can keep it where it is. Barbados Slim going to strike out. A little circle change up. Here's Kirk Swerve. Sounded like a busted bat kind of deal. He hits that one to the shortstop on the ground. And if Domingo Pozo can keep him on the ground, I think he'll be all right in this one. That's a fly out, but on the infield for a quick 1-2-3 inning. So we head now to the 9th inning. Tie game. Top of the order due up for the Aviators. Dub City going to strike out. He might reach first on this. He will. So strikeout and safe on the passed ball for hot-hitting Drakenberg. And that's a walk on a full count. And that's going to be damage. That is trouble. That is going, and it is out of the park. 418 feet to put Outer Banks up 3 runs in this one. That's the largest lead we've seen this game.
Wowza. That was violent.
Yeah. Here comes Bergen Cannon looking to keep the party going as the Voyagers don't have an out yet. They record it there, though. Mike will step in and lace one over the second baseman for a single. Dan Halen now, but first we'll have the stolen base, and he's well safe. Had that throw beat by a couple of steps. Dan Halen looks to score that runner in scoring position, but he's going to strike out on a pitch inside. And there's Riverboat. Hits a little circle change up on the outside of the zone, right to the first baseman, who retires the side. So they got their work cut out for them. It's going to be Pretzelman, Demboys, and Hunter in the do-ups. They're going to need more than that to tie or win this ball game. Pretzelman strikes out. Here's W.E. Demboys, and that's flying into the gap on the ground on the warning trap there. It bounds off the wall and is played in by the right fielder. An easy stand-up double for Demboys. Here's Kevin Hunter with the runner in scoring position. He'll strike out. So the last chance for New York now goes to Rodriguez, and he's going to hit that one into the gap. So we could have the tying run at the plate here with a runner in scoring position. No force out at second is huge for Kuntz, and he's going to hit another one into the gap. So it's Gap City here for these Voyagers as the tying run is now in scoring position. And Tom Shu, who already has a bomb in this game, could walk it off. New pitcher, and it's Flame McDonald. And Tom Shu hits that one past the third baseman. The runner's coming around. The runner's headed home. And Tom Shu is safe at second base. So another extra base hit, another double. This one into the corner ties us up. With 2 outs, here's Barbados Slim. They're going to walk him intentionally. They prefer the matchup against Kirk Swerve, who's batting .364 with 3 home runs.
Also extra force out. Extra force out.
That's true. And that one looks like it will be caught. So we are headed to extras. 10th inning coming at you.
Wow. Hey, first game on. First wild finish of the night. Shout out to you, Danny B, for bringing the good luck. And that's going to be a walk for Tex Walker. Walk it out, Walker. And the leading run on first now for OBX. Swift pops it up right to short. So it's 1 on, 1 out for Dub City. Oh, Tex Walker breaking for second once again in this game. That's 3 on the year. Congrats. 2 stolen bases in this one. Dub City striking out, looking. Where'd that pitch go?
Circle change
Down
in the
zone.
knees.
Yeah, right there. Drakenberg drawing a walk. Bad control there on Abadir. Not a single pitch in the zone in that at-bat. Cologne lining out the center. Here we go. Walk-off opportunity for Jackie Daytona, Pretzelman, and Demboys. The bottom of the order. We got a pitching change. Hunter Sky. Jackie Daytona striking out, swinging on a pitch way in. Oh, no, in the zone. Nice way to paint the corner by Hunter Sky. So Pretzelman. 1 out. The slow roller. Will you beat the throw? You will, using that speed. So winning run at first base for dem boys. Tried to check a swing. Did go around. That's the second out of the innings. Kevin Hunter grounding out. And we will go to the 11th inning on the first game of the night. OBX will come up. Danny B will take over.
Yeah, we're starting you off with a long one here. It's going to be Bergen, Cannon, Latoris, and Halen. And they'll start it off with a walk. It is still Pax Abadir up on the bump. Now with a runner on, they're looking for a double play. Not another walk. That's a full count walk. Pitch looked like he tried to get it on the corner and just missed, and that's going to be a single. We should have a lead here for OBX by the time this play is done. The pitch is in, and he is safe. Stood up, although it was a close throw, and we've got runners first and second now for Lioness Riverboat. Still no outs, but a good 0-2 count. Oh, he bobbled it, so it was a double play ball to the second baseman, and he couldn't come up with it. So it ends up being runners safe. They'll get to force it home on that one, way behind the runner to try and get the double play ball, but now there is an out with the bases loaded, and this will score a run. Diving catch. They do get the out, but they've taken a 2-run lead now on the sac fly of Tyler Swift. And Dub City has an opportunity to do still more damage. He'll check his swing, and the umps are not given anything on the appeals. They're calling strikes left and right. So Rodriguez, Kuntz, and Shu now. I mean, this is not the first time the Voyagers have been down to their final few players. And they'll start it with a walk. So the tying run already at home plate in the hot-hitting 5-home run bat of Rusty Kuntz. That's going to be on the ground of the second baseman. No bobble there, but just one force out at second to cut down the lead runner. Here's Tom Shu. Tom Shu takes a walk. So the winning run now is Barbados Slim with one out. They're going to bring in Ben Caden in the pitching change, and that one's hit high into left field, but it's going to stay in the yard. They won't tag up because they know the lead runner does not truly matter, as Kirk Swerve strikes out to end the ball game. So the Aviators win this one. It takes them 2 extra frames to do it after taking a big lead in the 9th and then giving it right away. And
wow, that graph.
Looks like
pretty up and down.
Skyscrapers over here.
What a great game. What a great top of the 11 Dan Halen clutch at bat there. Wow.
7 at bats for some of these players.
Going all the way around.
Drakenberg.
Yeah.
3 for 4 with the 2 RBIs, 2 walks. Hit both of those bombs. I think definitely player of the game material.
Definitely.
And 3 hits for Rusty Kuntz ain't too bad either. You saw the game, so not too much to say, although just about everybody was in. You got 6 pitchers on the Aviator side, 5 pitchers for 5 pitchers for the Aviators, 6 for the Voyagers. Battle of the boats and the birds, the planes.
And you were right. Drakenberg does get player of the game with those 2 homers. Dub City tying an OBX record. Oh, an extra inning game record for strikeouts with 5. So
not the one you want to tie for sure.
Platinum sombrero.
Yep.
For Dub City.
I was gonna say after Drakenberg hit that second home run, I wonder if maybe some of the older PBE people will know. Has there ever been a home run cycle hit in a game? The grand slam, 3-run, 2-run, and solo shot.
No, I think the most in the game is 3.
Wow. Some PBE history in the making. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. That's baseball. If you play it long enough, it will happen.
Good point. Law of averages.
Drakenberg actually with the number 1 performance of the whole day.
Wow. We got to witness it.
We did.
Both those homers really had a lot of gusto behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Behind them.
And we can take
Ruiz.
you through.
Oh, you got it?
If you want to take it, you can.
All right, Ruiz slugging the Crabs to an 11-3 win here on the road against Buffalo. Moving to 5 wins. Recovering after a slow start. Now 5-9. There's your batting. 5 ribbies for Ruiz. Probably going to be your player of the game. 2 for 5, 2 runs scored. 3 for Buckley, 2 for Spock of Buffalo. Check out pitching now. And I was right. Evans with the win. Murley with the hold. Rolo with the loss. Julio Ruiz, 5 RBI in 1 game, gets player of the game. So Crabs continuing last couple streams today, starting off well. Yesterday had a good stream as well. So maybe they'll worked their way back to 500. They were winless after the first stream.
Another extra innings game. The Makos and Raptors. The Makos winning this one with 4 runs in the 12th inning to take that 11-9 lead. We have a little up and down graph here. Checking out the batting, looks like we have a 5 RBI day here as well for Ernie Harwell, my stand-up for Maui. For the Raptors, let's look at the 3 for 5 day of Andrew Aram with 2 RBIs, 2 runs, and a couple of walks. Pitching-wise, Michael Knightrider started for Maui, gave up 4 over 6. Not a bad start, but he'd like to give up a few less. V.V. Zielman started for the Raptors and had the worst start, 5 innings pitched, 5 earned. But the loss went in relief to Riddle, the win to DeAlcott, and a blown save for Scotty Omega. John Camden is your player of the game.
Johnny Camden, big free agent acquisition. Vandals continuing that hot start, moving to 10-4. Talked about them last night. I think they're one of the bigger surprises as we start the season. 10-4, double-digit wins. Just looking for early player of the game alert. Not really seeing much besides Zach Lodge, who went 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Good day at the dish for Sack, getting that average up to Mendoza status. Takahashi getting the win. McNamerson with the hold. Fuji with the save. Rayner picks up the loss. And yep, he did. Zach Lodge, player of the game. Nice work for Vancouver.
And here's your Apex taking on your former Sarasota Supernovas. And getting a win there to improve to 9-5 on the season. 12 runs on 13 hits. Big offensive day for the Apex. Scoring them in bunches, 3-2-2-5. And for those Apex, it was really a team effort. Multi-hit games for about half the lineup. Maybe we'll talk about the 6 RBIs of Zach Mouse. He had a 3-run tater in there. For Sarasota, we'll talk about Holden a fart, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Not too bad. Looks like he had a triple. Pitching-wise, Shifty Lagoose started this one for the Apex. 6.2 gave up 2. That's a quality start. To have a lower the ERA to below 1. John Barron holding it down in relief. For the Supernovas, Baxter started this one. Gave up 7 over 5. I wonder what their hook is at. You think you would probably pull a starter at maybe 4 or 5 runs over 5. And then their bullpen was busy because of it. McDove getting no outs and giving up 4, but Zach Mouse is our player of the game. That 3-run bomb.
Shifty Lagoose is 3-1 on the year, but is still below 1 ERA. I think that just goes to show Apex run support. A little inconsistent. Death Valley winning. Hodge going 3 for 3, so probably early player of the game alert for him. Straightforward 9-1, kind of a beatdown. 3 RBI for Hodge. Yep, got to be the standout player. Fartinghouse 2 for 4 for the youngster. The call up. Barker also 2 for 4 for Seattle. Wow. Farnworth, complete game. Undefeated. Sheesh, 0.6 ERA. Hammersmith picks up the loss, but Dylan Hodge stealing the thunder from the starting pitcher who went the distance, only gave up 1 earned. Dylan
I don't
Hodge,
know if I agree with that one.
Yeah, usually we're mad at the sim for giving the player of the game to the pitcher. Now we're mad at the sim for not giving player of the game to the pitcher. Shout out to Simo. Hodge, though, great game at the plate. You got to get that run support, That's how you win ball games. You got to outscore the opponent.
Doesn't get much nicer than 69 pitched strikes.
Jeez. Get this guy out of here.
I can't help myself sometimes. All right. The Toros and the Rougarous. Rougarous going to win this one. They have flipped, I guess, records 3-11 and 11-3. But it still took the Rougarous to the bottom of the ninth to do it. A walk-off, looks like a single from Beauregard. For Cancun, we have a 2 for 3 with 2 RBI days for Hickams. For NOLA, maybe we'll look at Naz Hamed, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Heading on down to the pitching, Villagetti started, 5.2 gave up 4, but the loss went in relief to Mace, who pitched 3 innings, gave up 2. For the Rougarous, Nakamura went 8, gave up 5, and Jose 43 got the win in relief. It was a clean inning. 2 strikeouts, no hits, no runs, no walks. And Nakamura is going to be our player of the game. Usually give up 5 runs, you don't get player of the game as a pitcher, but what can you do?
I want to tell Simo's in chat. I want to tell him he's early pitcher of the year, but I don't want to jinx him, so I won't say that. You're doing well. 0.6 ERA, undefeated so far. Demons beating the Stars 8-5. Trying to get back to 500. The Demons are. Dinkle finished second in Champions last season with 94 RBI. Had a 2-run double in the bottom of the first. Was a big at bat, clearly. 3 RBI for Victor Herrera, early player of the game. Booswell as well. 1 for 4 with 3 RBI. It was it was a home run with 2 on base. So a 3-run homer. Vaughn getting the win, giving up 4 though. Palmer with the hold, Diglett with the hold, Johnson with the loss. Herrera 3 RBI for the home team, player of the game. Let me try that, Simo.
I guess he gave up. I was trying to figure out why Riding Dirty didn't get a save there, but I guess he came in with a 4-run lead and gave up 1. So no save for that. Victor Herrera, yep, player of the game. So that's a good day for the majors. I'll lead you off here with your minors scores. It's going to be the Kingpins taking down the Firehawks. It was a beatdown, 14-1, 18 hits to 3, and an error to the Kingpins. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about with the Chicago offense, but why not start with the 4-for-5 day for Andrews, third baseman, 3 RBIs, 5 runs. He took a walk, so it looks like every time he got on base, he came around and got a few guys across himself. Gray going 3-for-4 with 3 RBIs. And Applegate with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Good day for the bottom of the Chicago lineup. For California, Grimes had an RBI and a hit in 3 tries. That's decent. We'll move down to the pitching now, and Grimes pitches 7 innings, 0 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts to get their second win. For California, Tipton started, 1.2, got shelled, 9 earned in just 5 outs. Hayden Andrews is player of the game. There was a 45-minute rain delay, and as player of the game, Hayden Andrews will tie the Chicago regular season game record for runs with those 5 runs.
Getting rainy. It's been raining all season in Providence. That's where every single team is located in the sim. We do it for out-of-town scoreboard purposes. The best way to make sure every game gets shown out of town. And yeah, we've been dealing with a lot of rain delays this year. This is the rain delay season. Wheeler's winning 9-2 on the road, moving to 10 wins on the season. Congrats on hitting double digits. Kripakosov, your early player of the game, honors 4 RBI, 3-for-5 at the plate, 2 runs scored. Condor, not too bad, 3 RBIs for themselves. We'll go, not really much doing for Florida bats, only 4 hits. We'll go check out pitching. Kagamine with the loss, Johnson with the win. Condor, as mentioned, gets player of the game for Anchorage. So a nice, good start, healthy start for Anchorage this season.
And that will bring us to the Hep-Bats and the Lemurs. Hep-Bats doing the bat thing, scoring 10 on 16 to beat the Lemurs, who scored 7 on 14 hits. Big offensive day for both teams. Berserker goes berserk with 4 hits. 5 RBIs, though, for Murphy the third, 3 hits. Onto the Louisville side of things, we'll look at maybe the 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs from Lump O'Sullivan. Not a bad day for Jagger either. 2 hits and 2 RBIs. We'll take you to the pitching now. Kansas City put Smoltz on to start this one. Gave up 6 and 3.2. But O'Reilly came out in relief, held things down and got the win, plus a hold for O'Sullivan. For those Lemurs, Junkball started 2.1. He gave up 5 earned and got the loss. Kent Murphy III will be our player of the game.
Baez excels in his 12-4 state college win. This is a family affair. GM of the Bears used to be the co-GM of the Swifties. And big offense from the Swifties. Not used to seeing that in the past 3 seasons or so. Look at Baez, 4-for-4, 5 runs scored. Definitely going to be player of the game. Not much else you can do. Then you can add a walk to that as well. So literally perfect day at the plate for Baez. And McNasty, nice game, 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, but not enough, clearly. check out the pitching. Bolt Jr. with the win, Millis with the loss. Baez ties a Swifties regular season game record for runs scored with 5. So yeah, definitely getting player of the game. Congrats to State College. Nice start so far, only one game below 500.
Yes, indeed, and that will move us to the Dillos improving one game over 500, taking down the Dynamos taking down the Dillos. I get my D's confused. In this 10-5 game, 12 hits to 4. So the Dillos actually managed to score one more run than they had hits.
Interesting.
And if we look at those Dillos, I should see a couple walks. That's usually how that happens. That looks like a 3 RBI day for Johnson. That's going to be Beef Johnson. Good day for him. For those Dynamos, I'm going to look at probably Damson, who went 2 for 3 with 3 runs and 2 RBIs. Well, you could make the case for McGee, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Pitching, Yee gets the loss, 3 innings, 7 earned. On Dallas, Redacted gives up 5 in 4.1. The win going to Butter in relief, and Rodriguez getting their first save on the year for going 3 innings. X-Man Damson is our player of the game. And there we have it, folks. First day in the books. Which brings us to the 8th, which is a quick sim all. No minors games, so we will just quick sim these majors games. We'll go ahead
Boo, major games on minor league night. What the hell?
I know, right?
Who had that idea? Surge defeating the Crabs 5-4. Now 4 wins on the year. Looks like it was a walk-off. Scott Poe, the man himself, hitting a walk-off solo shot against Tachibana. Doing it late in his career. The old man still got it, as you could see. Went 2 for 5 with an RBI. That RBI was that solo shot. Looking for a player of the game. Can't find. Slokening, though, 3 for 5. The call-up. Having a ridiculous start to the season, hitting 349. Hopefully that continues for him. And both starters put out good starts, good outings. Voss and Balkan both. Ginsburg with the blown save. Bones with the win. Crab with the blown save. Tachibana with the loss. Balkan went 6 innings, only gave up 1 earned, 7 strikeouts. Gets player of the game.
Maybe some nerves for Ginsburg pitching against her former team for the first time.
Yep. Gave up 3. Somehow team still got the win. You call that run support.
You sure do. Pitcher loves to see it. You have a bad outing, but your team picks you up.
It's my favorite. Literally my favorite.
Which brings us to the game 2 of the Aviators Voyagers, and it looks like it's going to be a win here for the Voyagers, improving to 9-6 at Vaughn's house. For those Aviators, we have a 3-hit day for Drakenberg, a couple RBIs for Latoris. On New York side of things, a 2 for 3 day for Jackie Daytona with 2 RBIs. Take you down to the pitching. Ripspad gets the loss, gave up 7 in 5.1. Tokoyami started for New York, gets the win, 3 earned in 6. A hold for McFlorida Man and a save for Carlton, who's still sporting a 0.00 ERA. In fact, it looks like he threw 4 pitches for strikes and got 3 outs. That's a good way to get it done. Jackie Daytona, our player of the game.
Vandals taking down the Sloss once again, pushing the Sloss below 500. Meanwhile, the Vandals, once again, off to an insane hot start. Now, will they sustain it? We shall see. 3 ribbies for Herb Sessions down deep in that order. They're trying to get that average up, 2 for 5 on the day. Probably your only good batter between the two teams, if we're being honest with ourselves. We will check out the pitchers, though, who had great days. Let's see. Rogers started. Lung blew the save, but Silliams came in, got the win. Greer started. AJ came in. Nice 2 innings of no earn. But Rodriguez Jr. takes the loss. And Pat Rogers, the starting pitcher, got the no decision, unfortunately, but 6 innings, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts, is your player of the game.
Yeah, both pitchers with quality starts.
Yep. Love to see it. Pitcher's duel.
And we'll have a blowout here. The Raptors against the Makos. 13 runs on 13 hits. It's like the Makos had 3 errors to help them get there. 7-run 8th inning. Must have had the home crowd on their feet. For Maui, we'll talk about Peter Dawson Jr.'s 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and Camden's 3 for 4 day. For the Raptors, we're looking at 4 RBIs from Petra Saber. She went 2 for 4. 3 RBIs for Johnny Pluto and another 2 for 4. Oh, and a 4 for 5 for Caruso. Just kept that lineup moving. Scored himself 3 times, but only had 1 RBI to show for it. On to the pitching. Baldelli started for Maui, 2.2, gave up 5. And then, wow, is that 6 pitchers used for Maui? So real bullpen day there. The Raptors, Chank Daly gets his 3rd win. He's undefeated, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned. Rogers gets a hold, and Petra Saber will be our player of the game.
Good win for Boise, now 9-6. Apex nipping the Supernovas 2-1 in a pitcher's duel. Let's see if Bentley got used and if he threw over 5 pitches. I think that's my peak so far. Nope. But we do have some batting. Quinn, nice game, 2 for 4. Checking out the other team, Burrow, Torrent, both went 2 for 4. 2 of my former teammates. Let's see. Dion with the start, Bolanos with the win, no hands with the save. Galvin picks up the loss. Only gave up 2 though. It's got to sting. And we'll check out player of the game, who was Michael Dion, who went 6 1/3, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Is your player of the game.
We did your team. We'll do my team now. The Demons also winning in a 1-run game. Stars versus Demons. Demons getting the win at home. 4 runs to 3, 7 hits to 6. Demons had an error, but were able to work through it. For Nashville, we'll talk about Fry, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. For Detroit, Danny B with nothing. That's what I'm used to seeing. Couple of RBIs for Victor Herrera. Really a team effort on this one. Only 1 multi-hit day in the whole game, coming from Stanley Yelnats. It's off to a good start. Error on Herrera. Pitching-wise, it was Kuramochi who gave up 4 over 6 and got dealt a loss. For Detroit, it'll be a win for Bobby Daring, 6.1 innings, 1 earned, 3 runs, so the error did hurt. 8 strikeouts, though. A hold for Thomas Palmer and a save for Duckworth Lewis. And Bobby Daring is our player of the game. I think we got him in the chat. Congratulations.
Toros losing to Rougarou on a walk-off. Wow, it took a 4-run bottom of the 9th against a 3-win team. The Rougarou roared all the way back, and a 3-run homer. Eldorian, you were with us earlier. I don't know if you're still here. I know KC15 was as well, but a 3-run walk-off shot to get the win. That would have been a really fun one to stream for sure. Look at that. Beauregard 3 for 5, 2 runs scored. Probably your early player of the game. Fisher, though, 2 for 3, minor league legend, 1 run scored. Spent, I think, all 5 seasons down there before getting called up. Pleasance with blown save. Yeater with the win. And Hamburger picks up the loss and the blown save. A lot of pitchers used from both teams. Mazeroski, though, went 5 innings, 1 earned. Only threw 76 pitches, but gets player of the game.
There you have it. And yep, as Shu said, it was a 7-4 win for the Voyagers. Daytona was the player of the game. Tokoyami got a win, 10 hits to 8. Voyagers winning despite being out hit. It's for Awesome, who asked in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And our last game of the day, since there's no minors today, it's going to be the Sea Serpents picking up their 3rd win on the year, tying up with the Toros now. They took on the Death Valley Scorpions and won 6-2. Big 3rd and 4th inning to provide most of the runs in that game. Looks like Bears legend Scruff McGruff with a 2-run homer and a solo shot, so a multi-homer game for Scruff McGruff. Like to see our former Bears doing well. And I guess that's who we'll highlight here. 2 for 3 with 2 runs, 3 RBIs, took a walk and struck out once. Leads his team in homers so far. For Death Valley, Not too much to talk about. 2 for 4 for Stretch McGibbon. It's Stretch, right? Yep. 1 run, 1 RBI, struck out twice. Looks like Jacob hit a home run. We'll highlight that. Pitching-wise, Seattle quality start for Maddox, 7.1 innings pitched. Only gave up 2 earned runs despite giving up 9 hits, so was working around some damage. For Death Valley, Rat Tattoo, he started 5 innings. He gave up 8 hits and let up 6 runs. Scruff McGruff is our player of the game.
Player of the day on the performers of the day list.
Heck yeah.
Nice to see that from Seattle. Young team fighting their way into this league. 2 for 3, 2 bombs, 3 ribbies, 2 runs, a walk. Doing everything for Seattle to get in that win.
And a couple Raptors beside him.
Yep. Big day for Boise against Maui.
Brings us to the 9th. No majors today. That's what we like to see. Just that good stuff down in the minor league. And we're going to be checking out the Dynamos down in Kansas City. I think I'm going to tick up the speed just 1. It felt a little slower than what I normally do.
Mm-hmm. You can go full Tahini Classic, goes super fast.
I get out of my rhythms and I don't know, it gets weird.
Yes, I do agree.
I don't think we have any more stat info. We just had stat info for that first game.
Ooh, winning team scores how many runs? Over, under 7.5. Bet is live. Gonna tell chat. Get your money in. This is a tough one.
I'm gonna go over, which means it will be the under.
Dirty Dog with a bad ERA, but Schultz with a good one. A lot of people going over. I'm gonna be that guy and take the under. Oh, just kidding. Under swung a huge way, so go back to the over.
Yeah, I like to wait till the last second and just bet on whatever has less.
Oh, you're that guy?
I'm that guy.
Where's Beaver? He's usually that guy too. Is it
Yeah, that's
something
the
about
problem.
being a Swiftie?
Sometimes we all do it at the same time, and then we end up flipping the scale at the last second.
I've seen people in chat get frustrated because they don't understand the late sniping. And we're just here for the vibes. A lot of us who are dedicated to watching these streams, we do have a decent amount of money in the bank. So
Yep.
We're here to create chaos, as you would say.
Yeah,
wow, a lot of money being tossed around here. What were you going to say?
I've never actually claimed any of my channel points for money because I have way too much fun betting with them.
Right. Right. On a rainy day, if I ever, fall off the earth and stop earning league money in ways that I do, I may have to. But yeah, it's more fun to bet.
And with the prediction over, I'll take us in. During the loading screen, I'll share with you the Field of Dreams game. The Sox are up 1-0. They are.
Oh shit, we have stat info. You want to pause it?
Sure. We get some last second stat info here.
Thank you. I'm confident. They were all posted before Casey Colby posted last night.
Oh, okay. I see. So they're just a little out of order. So this is coming at us from McCarrion? Is that how you say that?
Yep.
McCarrion. All right. So Dallas. The Dynamos veteran Dirty Dog toeing the rubber for the game today. Gotten off to a rough start with that 6.28 ERA over 14 innings pitched. But he's going to try and drop that number today against a relatively weak KC offense. Sounds like McCarrion maybe is going to be an under better in this one. Dynamos have lived by their clutch hitting. They're 6th, 7th, and 6th in extra base hits and home runs respectively. They've managed to plate 72 runs already, which is good for 3rd in the minors. But their pitching staff has struggled, to put it kindly. They rank last or second to last in every category outside of strikeouts. For Kansas City, it's going to be a duel of the veterans as Finn Schultz squares off against Dirty Dog. Tale of 2 seasons for the two. Finn is having a good start to the year with only 5 earned runs over 17 and a 3rd innings pitched. Hepcats, as they alluded to earlier, have struggled to plate runs despite leading the league in extra base hits and home runs being scored. They rank 7th in total runs scored. And their pitching staff is great, but their bullpen is particularly notable. They lead the minors in ERA at 2.62. And that's what we got for this one.
Thank you, Unconfident. Been clutch in a lot of different instances. Unconfident has caught errors on my post before. Appreciate your involvement in this league.
Love to see it. So we got an early runner on first here, and we'll have an early stolen base. That should be safe. It's going to continue the at-bat for McLaughlin, who's going to hit one into center field. It'll be caught, but deep enough to let the runner tag and advance. Here comes Spencer on the ground to short, and they'll bobble it for a fumble bumble. McGee going to come in now. Hits this one deep into right. Oh, but it's caught. Maybe I do normally play on fast. This feels a little quick. As not Scott Poe, but Picasso hits a double. Looks like it'll actually be a run-scoring triple. RBI triple. To take a 2-0 lead early in this one. 2 hits, 2 runs. And here is Cook on the ground of the third baseman. Strong throw gets the runner. That'll take us to Berserker. Going up against Dirty Dog. He'll lace a single up the middle. Take a big turn at first, but head back. Johnson now. That was a good sound, but it looks like he got under it as the left fielder ranges back and makes a grab there. Ortega will have that stolen base attempt first. The throw is not in time. The runner is safe. 7th stolen base on the season for Berserker. Sit on the ground at third, checks the runner back at second, and then makes a good throw. Murphy on the ground to second. They'll get that third out to get them out of the inning. So Dallas holds KC scoreless in the first. Here's Pine. Soft grounder. Pitcher gets over, makes a strong stab at it, and then throws it over to first. Damson tried to check his swing on the inside pitch. Looks like it was going to be a strike anyway. They say he went around, but the pitch is in the zone. Here is Edler, who's going to send that one back where it came from. A screamer right past the pitcher for a single. And here is Kay Faraday, but I keep getting ahead of these stolen bases here. Edler is safe. Faraday in now. Skies this one. The shortstop has good range and makes the grab. Not too many catchers with strong arms in the minors. Dracula now going to lace a single between the 2 fielders on the left side of the infield. Pryor in now. He's hitting it hot, and he sends one deep into left field. Going, and that one's gone. 418 feet. It'll tie the ball game. A 2-run shot. So the stat team was right on the money. KC hits the long ball to tie us up. Brand new ball game here with no outs in the second. Towering shot. The pitcher able to field his position. Stargasm hits it to the second baseman, so 2 outs now for Minion, who will strike out. Dirty Dog recovers from the home run nicely. As McLaughlin comes up for their second at-bat and strikes out. They throw it around the horn as Spencer steps in. Hits one on the ground to short. Grounding out there. And here is Riddle McGee, third baseman. That's a towering shot into right field. It's got some distance. It's got some carry, but it is caught in that right field corner to retire the Dynamo's half of the third inning. Berserker now leadoff man leading off, and he's going to lead off again with a single. He's 2 for 2 in this one. Here's Johnson. Johnson going to hit one. Line drive missile. Hit too hard to get the runner from first to third, so it'll just be runners on first and second for Ortega, who took a walk on 4 pitches, so trouble here with no outs, and Kent Murphy due up. And that's going to score at least 1. It could score 2, but no, with no outs, they'll play the conservative running game. Here's Dracula on the ground. The catcher grabs it and tries to beat the runner to home plate, but
you don't see that very often. He got him.
Wow. And then we'll have a pop-up on the infield, so 2 quick outs. Yeah, that was weird. I've never seen the catcher racing the batter to home. As we have another pop-out from Stanky. So that was a way to work out of the bases juice jam. And
wow.
I'll send it up to you.
Yeah. Picasso had a triple earlier, drops one in center for a single. So a double and a homer away from the cycle for the bot would be great. Picasso, not fast enough. Thrown out on a stolen base attempt. Old man doesn't got the speed. Well, the old bot. That's gonna be a base hit for Cook. Could have been more action if Picasso didn't steal, and that's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. Great defense by KC. That's kind of the name of the game if you're a Hepcat. Defense is pretty high there in terms of priority. Stargasm dropping one to start us off here, bottom of the fourth, with a one-run lead, gets a single. Here we go. 3-6-3. Back-to-back half innings with 3-6-3 double plays. Pretty cool. Berserker. Going berserk so far. Perfect at the plate. We'll go DJ, Dustin Johnson. Uh-oh. Getting the fielder's choice out at second. To end the inning, we'll go top of the fifth. Damn son. Will you make me say damn son? You will not. You'll ground out. Edler. Ground out. K. Faraday. Faraday's got some speed, but that throw from third by Minion beat Faraday by a mile. And they go down in order. We'll go bottom of the fifth. Ortega, Murphy the third, Count Dracula. Looking to add some insurance. That's past the shortstop. That's a base hit for Nigel Ortega. KM3. Grounding first base, 3-6, but not the 3.
Wild
to
to
get
see
the
a third
lead runner.
one.
Dracula ripping one to the left for a base hit. 2 on, 1 out for Pryor, who is hot. This is Aaron Pryor. 3-6, but not the 3 once again. Runners on the corners, 2 out for Stanky. Stanky lines out to right fielder. They leave 2 stranded. We'll go top of the 6th. Dallas got to score a run to tie it. Any more than that, they could take a lead. McLaughlin striking out, swinging at a pitch right down the middle. Spencer on a 2-2. Grounds out. McGee on a full count. Good eye. Walking their way to first base. Pitch was out of the zone, up and out. Picasso. And that will be a fly out to end the inning. Dallas still down a run. Hepcats looking to add to their lead. We'll bring up Stargasm. Drawing a walk. So 1 for 2 with a walk so far for Stargasm. Minion. Up the middle. Base hit. 2 on. Nobody out. Berserker. Newfoundland. Berserker. Drawing a walk. Pitching change. Spruce Butter. Juices based. This will likely be a sac fly for DJ. And it will be. It's 4-2 Hepcats. So 2 on, 1 out for Nigel Ortega. Drawing a walk on a full count. So juices based once again. KM the third. The slow roller. The pitcher doesn't get it in time. It's an infield single. That's another run scored. Hepcats up 5-2. Only 1 out recorded. That's up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run comes home. Oh, and the second run gets thrown out from center field. What a throw from Edler, who rocketed 1, but it is 6-2. Oh, and that's a base hit. That's going to be another run. Another run. 2 runs score. 2 RBI. So Dracula and Pryor come up and bring home a run and 2 runs. It's 8-2 Hepcats. The over does hit on the bet here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a fly out for Stanky to end the 6th. They do score 5 in this inning. Erupted. Wow. Dynamo's got their work cut out for them. Down 6. Oh, bobbled ball. That they'll score that as an error. Second error for the Hepcats today. Pine rips 1 to third. Runner on second for Damn Son. Damn Son grounds out, but runner 90 feet away from home plate. Edler brings him home. Comeback is starting on a full count. Edler drops an RBI. So Faraday, team down 5, 2 outs. A stolen base attempt from Edler. In there safely, 5th on the season. K. Faraday now. Struck out swinging on a pitch up in the zone, painting the corner there. Nice work. Go bottom of the 7th now. Stargasm struck out. Spruce Butter already given up 3 earned so far. Minion to the shortstop. Hard hit ball. That's definitely an infield single. Nice piece of hitting from Minion. 1 on, 1 out for Berserker. Berserker over the center fielder's head. Edler couldn't make the play. So both runners in scoring position for DJ, not the golfer, the baseball player. And Andrew Paw checks in to relieve the Dynamos. What a grab and left. A web jam, but it will be a sac fly for DJ. And it's 9-3 Hepcats, adding to their lead. 2 outs now for Nigel Ortega, who lines out to short. Go top of the 8th, Danny. This game's a little out of hand. Dallas got a lot of work to do to get back in this one.
Peeking at the out of town, the Bears are up 3-0. The Flamingos winning 3-1 against State College as McLaughlin strikes out. The Lemurs down 1-10 against the Wheelers. Spencer gets under. This one should be a pop out. Chicago winning 5-3 over the Kingpins. As McGee grounds out there to end the inning. We'll take you back into today's action now that the out of town is out of the way. Murphy the third going to hit a hard grounder to the second baseman for an out. Here's Dracula. Dracula on the ground to third. Looks like they had a little bit of a shift going, and it paid off. Here's Pryor on the ground to the shortstop, who bobbles it, can't come up with it. They'll call that a hit, though. It was hit pretty hard. And Stanky now with 2 outs and 2 strikes is going to take this one the other way, but it's caught by the right fielder. So not too painful an inning for Andrew Paw. It's going to be Picasso. Due up, and that's rocketed into right field, but a diving catch there by Ortega. A couple of web gems in this one now. Cook will take a walk. A lot of pitches low in that at-bat. Here's Pine. He's going to take a 74-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm sorry, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So that doesn't look right. Into right field. Damson now. 70-mile-an-hour slider will be dunked into left field to juice the bases with 1 out. Edler's just got to stay out of the double play and the strikeout and should be getting an RBI. On the ground, the 3, the 6. But no 3, and the run will score. They'll rule that a sack on the ground. Give him the RBI and bring Faraday up to the plate with runners on the corners now. And that one's hit into shallow left. They're able to get him, and that ends the ball game. 9-4. When you do those last 2 innings, they can kind of sneak up on you. And as you can see on our graph, the Hepcats really put it on ice in that 6th inning with those 5 runs.
The Hep-Bats.
The Hep-Bats. Overs win it. Channel points.
I did trademark that word, by the way. Anyone who uses it will have to come to me for permission first.
Fair enough.
That's a joke, by the way. I would never do that.
4 hits for Berserker, 3 for Dracula, and 3 for Pryor. So you can see who was getting it done on the Hep-Bats, if I may. 4 RBIs. Pitching-wise, Dog got the loss, Schultz got the win, and Pryor is our player of the game. 4 RBIs.
Wow. Wow to the Hep-Bats. Wheelers roll. Simo saying I may need to cash my points. Dude, you have like $800 million. You make me feel poor, and I'm rich. Wheelers winning 10-1, 13-6 on the hits over the Lemurs. Blowout here. Wheelers moving to 11 wins on the season. Look at that. Down the order. A lot of good offense from Anchorage. Standout Condor 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored, 3 RBI for Vladimir Porter. Gusto getting the win. Schramm with the loss. Nice game for Milesboro, though, for Louisville. But Condor, as mentioned, gets player of the game for Anchorage.
I think that's Schramm's first game, so not what you're looking for in your first one. But if you have an 81 ERA, you got nowhere to go but down in that department, in the ERA department.
Wheelie boys having a good season.
The Dillos and the Kingpins. The Kingpins going to take the win here. 5 runs to 3, 12 hits to 10, 2 errors to none. Looks like we got a lot of run-scoring singles and a 3-run tater by Justice. 2 RBIs, 4 hits, and 5 tries for Shrub on the Dillo side. Very strong outing. Definitely can't pin the loss on them. For Chicago, we got the 3 RBIs from Justice. I think that's what I'll highlight.
Nice.
Pitching, Nini gets the loss. Their first on the young season. 4.2 innings, gave up 5. For Chicago, Sports Boy 57 gets the win. 4-0 on the season. It's a strong rookie year. 5.2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. A couple of holds for Capone and Smoothie Vert. And Pin will get the save. 5 pitch, 1 out save. Reggie Shrub, player of the game.
Reggie Shrub. Bears prevailing 3-1 over Cali, moving to 6 wins on the year. And 2 hits for a lot of folks for Bruce City. And 2 hits for Saucedo and Dotson, but underrated Stevie Steve, Janice Lux all got 2 hits for Bruce City. Looking like a pitcher will probably take player of the game, just knowing the sim. And I was right. Goozer got the win in relief, a 3-inning outing for the reliever. Smaxon with the loss. Smaxon, though, in a losing effort, gave up 1 earned over 6 innings of work. Gets player of the game. W. Shives, new player. Love seeing him back in the league.
I wonder how often we've seen a reliever get player of the game.
Never. Literally never. I know that too well.
The way we have the hooks on some of our starters, we might see a Booze Goozer player of the game at some point this season.
I feel like they just refuse to give it to a reliever.
Yeah.
No love for relievers in this game.
Well, we're going to look at the Flamingos and the Steeds. Flamingos taking the win here to go to 500, 3-1. 7 hits to 6. Flamingos dropping the Swift Steeds 3-1. We'll look at our stand-up batter. His name is Barizzo. Javithany Barizzo. Yep, that's a name. 3 hits, 4 at-bats, 2 runs, and an RBI. For State College, nope. For Florida pitching, Jansen Crenshaw gets the win. 8 innings, 1 earned. A save for Walrus, and Crenshaw will be our player of the game.
Laser. Throwing laser beams.
That's right. Brandonson, 6 innings, 1 earned. 22 will get their first loss on the season.
Player of the game for Laser, who's joining us in chat. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Hello, Laser. Future Detroit legend. Also past Detroit legend, I guess.
Yep. Past, current, future.
And as we have no majors, that'll do it. Another sim day in the books as my dog attacks my cat.
No.
We're going to do a quick save. And we're going to head to our next featured game. Bringing you
Our boys lurking. A lot of HO appearances tonight, right? It's us two. Laser's here. Ems was here. Maddie was here. Shu's been here all night. Shout out to you, Shu. This is the HO stream right now.
Yeah, it is. And at 70 views with the Field of Dreams on, feels pretty good.
Yeah. No, I saw that we had a nice amount of viewers a few minutes ago, 69 to be exact. Yeah, Sports Ghost is here. What up, Derek Rogers Jr.? What do we got today on the Sim Day, Danny B? The host with the most?
Just realized I'm still using the World Series overlay, but it looks like I didn't keep the other overlay, so we're just going to roll with it for the rest of the sim.
Two ringless players rocking a trophy in the middle. The fumble bumble to defeat all fumble bumbles.
I'll just leave the fumble bumble up for the rest of the stream.
I love it. I love it.
Anyway, we got Nashville and New Orleans for primetime number 5. They're down here somewhere.
Ooh.
10-5
Champions
team
Conference
versus a 12-3 team should be a good one. Maybe a pitcher's duel brewing. Both pitchers with ERAs in the 3s. You got the stats up? You want to read some stats?
I shall. If you give me a second, we get a prediction going as well. Let me drop into the server. Check. Stat info for streamers. Here we go. This is Stars Rougarou. Got to scroll a lot. It's been a bit since I've been in this channel. Here we go. Looks like a prediction recommendation. Over under runs scored 8.5. Too late. We got a stolen base bet going, so get your money down. Big things. Conference matchup between two teams who got out of the gate hot, as mentioned, most likely leading their respective champions conference divisions at this point. They are Beauregard having a 23-game hit streak coming into the game. I think it's standing. I think it's still going. These, however, depend entirely on how those 3 days prior went. So we could check that maybe. Rougarou were one of the best teams in the league last year, of course, headlined by MVP Gustave Beauregard. He led them to a 77-31 record and finished atop the Champions Conference in that regular season. However, they fell short of expectations by getting knocked out of the playoffs in the divisional series by a surprising Sarasota team. Their rotation took a bit of a hit, losing Via Getty in this past offseason, as some considered him to be their ace, and it never an easy task to replace a 4.5 WAR pitcher in a rotation. However, they were able to retain all of their offensive studs and hope to right the ship from last year. The Stars were competitive last season, finishing with a record of 8 games above 500 at 58-50. However, they did finish fourth in the Champions Conference, ended up in the division, ended up missing the playoffs, something they hope to correct this year. And they ended up letting reliever CeeLo walk while trading starting pitcher Baxter to the Supernovas, but by and large opted to run it back with their core stars. No pun intended. Plus some reinforcements to that bullpen. In that regard, rookies Honda Shigeno and Glenn Allen Mixon may come into the game late. Some of the finer points here: Aiden McDougall, starting pitcher, gets the nod for the Rougarou, who's had a really solid start as the anchor of that rotation. He's been phenomenal in limiting power, specifically placing third on the offensive slugging, opponents slugging against leaderboard for the conference. He's still developing as a bullpen piece last year, who now gets a chance to shine in that rotation. The Rougarou are off to a blistering offensive pace, averaging 8 runs a game already coming into today's stream. They're the best offensive team in the league right now. As for offense outside of probably the best hitter in the game, Beauregard, Hamed is having a career start to a season, leading the Champions Conference in WAR by a comfortable margin, one of the hottest hitters in the league. The look to his bat to continue to impact the games. Nashville side, Giovanni Sanchez is dueling DeFerrari, who also plays the anchor and is also getting his first run in the rotation. He's been great at making the most of his defense with a FIP ERA of .12. It's the battle of the offensive juggernauts, with the Stars as the third best offense in the league, averaging almost 6 runs per game. They'll rely on the bat today. A surprising source of the Stars' production comes from a scorching hot streak from their 9-hole hitter, BJ Foe. Typically regarded as a defensive shortstop, he's proven to be a consummate team player, appearing on the hit by pitch leaderboard and topping the sacrifice hits leaderboard, as well as posting an on-base percentage above 300.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, we are ready. Thank you. Let me give us the proper thank you before I switch out of here. That was Mac Arian. Thank you, Mac Arian, for those amazing stats. Very well written, making me sound like I know what I'm talking about.
And gave me just enough time to fix our little overlay glitch. Bring out the OG PBE one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can get into it now. What do you think? Was that the right speed, or should we go one slower?
I think it was great.
Okay.
Do you want to keep the same cadences? You want to switch?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take the first 3, I can do the middle.
Let's do it.
Do you have your chance at a potential walk-off here?
Yeah, I was jealous. You had some good endings so far.
Uh-oh.
You might want to change the view. Yeah, the default for New Orleans view is kind of zoomed in. That's going to be an out, a fly out. I think it was a fly out.
Let's see, view.
Probably want to go wide.
Camera.
Oh, I guess overview? Yep.
Is that it? That's
still can't see center field too well.
batter's box? Nope.
I'd be down. This is Polo Grounds, isn't it?
There we go.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Wide low is what we want, and then we also want the pitch, I guess, to be wide low.
All of them, yeah.
Send this scoreboard back up.
Wait, you do action as well?
Did I do action as well? I did not. Good call.
That's why I'm here. I'm here so I don't get fined and I can help. Cade Munson, took one to the shoulder. Drawing the hit by pitch. So 1 on, 1 out for Brandon Fry. Fly ball. Caught for the out on a full count. So Buswell, Dagumpa, been saying his name wrong for a decade now. Draws a walk on a full count. Zach Johnson grounding out to fielder's choice. Left leaving 2 stranded. Will go bottom of the first. Beauregard coming up to the MVP. Defending MVP here on minor league night. Grounding out for out number 1. DiStefano Jr. right behind him. Lining out for out number 2 in left field. J.R. Cook, second baseman. Up the middle to the pitcher. And an errant throw. Throws off target. That's going to be an E1. Oh. And a stolen base attempt from Cook is successful. So Valor, runner in scoring position. Fly ball. Fly out. That will end the first. We'll go top of the second. How many stolen bases is the bet set at? I was too busy reading. That's going to be out number 1 from Luongo. Crunk, fly out for out number 2. Jimmy Smith. Thank you, Rabbit and Musha, 3.5. Whoa. And they got it. That will end the inning. We'll go bottom of the second. Hamed to the shortstop. Out for out number 1. Brew. The Brew Crew flying out for out number 2. Bonanza on a 3-1 count. Drawing a walk. That was a circle change, 74 miles an hour. Hafner. Oh, and they're calling it a passed ball. Runner advancing to second. Hafner rips one into right for a base hit. Will we see a run come across? And we will, standing up. Rougarou breaking this tie with some 2-out magic. It's 1-0. Rougarou. Geronimo. Up the middle. Fielder's choice out at second. That will end the second. But the Rougarou do bring a run home. It's top of the third. BJ Foe striking out, swinging. Slider, 87 miles an hour. Thomas Rose drawing a walk on a full count. That was way outside, up and away. And a stolen base attempt for T. Rose. 11 on the season now. Wow, look at that. Oh, the strike him out, the attempted throw out, but was unsuccessful. And Rose coming around the horn from second, scoring. RBI single by Brandon Fry. 11 on the season. It's 1-1. And Buswell will draw a walk. So ZJ. Grounder, third base. Doesn't have the speed. Leaving 2 stranded, but the Stars tie it up. This is a good one so far, folks. 72 of you, I think we've peaked. Beauregard draws one in left for a base hit. Will we see a stolen base? We more than likely will. DiStefano Jr. trying to get that third for the bet. Ooh, got beamed up top on a full count. Wow. J.R. Cook. Another walk. This is getting a little ugly here. Juice's base, no outs recorded for Valor. And that helps your case for Nashville. That's a pop out to the catcher, Hamed. Up the middle for a base hit. A run comes home. Second run coming across. And that's a 2 RBI single. It's 3-1 Rougarou. That was on a 3-0 count. Valor did have the green light. Or was it Hamed? Excuse me. And he's safe at second. They get the out at first from Brew. And the ground out from Bonanza. New Orleans does score 2 runs. We'll go top of the 4th. Danny B, take us through 4 through 7.
So a run on a hit for Nashville and 3 runs on 3 hits for New Orleans. Some economical batting going on here as Bongo Luongo strikes out. Jebediah Crunk gonna take a walk. Yet to see the ball put in play this inning. Here's Smith. But first we'll have the stolen
Oh,
base, and he
oh.
cut him down. Bro has nailed 5 of 17. Pretty good numbers for a catcher in this
Overbetters
league.
unhappy with that play.
For sure. As Jimmy Smith flies out to end the inning. It ended up being a 1-2-3 with a caught stealing, despite the walk. Hafner now on the ground to Fox. Fox going to take that to first for the out. Geronimo did not get that ball deep enough. Beauregard now is going to send that one back up the middle. Looked like it about clipped through the pitcher's skull. Fortunately, no injuries in this league, so I'm sure he'll be fine. DiStefano Jr., but first we'll have the pass ball. Wild pitch, who can say? Either way, the runner's going to move up to second. For a single into left off DiStefano, and the runner's going to come home. So 4-1 now. Little insurance going on. Cook has the chance to add some more. That was a full count. Now on the first pitch of the at-bat, DiStefano Jr. will be off to the races, and he'll swipe second to make those overbettors a little more happy. And a fly out for Cook retires the side. The out of town, Cancun beating Detroit 6-4. Sarasota beating the Sea Serpents 3-0 as Fox grounds out to the shortstop. OBX beating the Vandals 4-1, and DVS beating Indianapolis 1-0 as this one's delivered into right field. Voyagers 2-3 against the Sloths, Maui 3-2 against Buffalo, as we have a little single here from Munson, 6-7 Crabs and Raptors. Which brings us back to the original. The runner was off on contact, which got him to second, but it was still the force out at first to retire the side. Valor and Hamed, as well as Brew, due up, and there'll be one more now that Valor has reached first safely. Naz Hamed, the former catcher, now playing third base. Serves that one into right field. Here's Brew. Pops this one up on the infield. In Bonanza now, full count, 2 outs. Payoff pitch, sent into center and caught. As the fans yell charge, here comes Buswell. That's into the right field corner, bounds off the wall. He's making the turn at first, headed for second. It's a close play, but he's safe. Johnson now with that risp. And no outs, will strike out for 1 out. Bongo Lulongo with a chance for an RBI. Gonna take a walk. I'm not sure where that pitch was. It looked good to me. I guess a little off the corner. Here's Crunk. Crunk gonna strike out on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball on the corner. And Smith in now. He's gonna send that fastball into left field. Should score a run. The throw in, not in time. Sliding Buswell is safe to bring the game back within 2 runs for Nashville. BJ Fox, he will strike out. So the side is retired, but they do get a run across. Bottom of the order due up for the Rougarous. Pitching change. It's DJ Law in now, as Hafner sends his first pitch into right field. Geronimo sends this one a mile high. Look out below. The center fielder has it. Here comes Beauregard. That was a good sound. Deep into left field. It's going, and it's gone. Just over the wall. 505 feet, they call that one. For a 2-run bomb. 6-2. So Nashville gets one back to bring it back within 2, and New Orleans says no. They get 2. On the board as DiStefano takes a walk, and maybe they're not done yet. J.R. Cook sends this one back up the middle into center field. It's caught. Now it's down to Vidal Valor with 2 outs. 3-1 count. Should lay off and take a walk. Naz Hamed gonna hold up and take a walk. So Juice's base. That was a full count pitch. 2 outs. Nowhere to put anybody. Another pitching change. It's Mixon, and we'll have a pass ball. Fumble bumble, and the run scores. 7-2 Rougarous. Not sure you're gonna get your walk off in this one, Hummus. As Bro takes a walk, leaving the bases juiced, returning the bases to their juicedness. Second baseman dives, quick throw, good transfer. Gets them out of the bases juice jam. Top of the lineup now for the Stars. Rose grounds out to the first baseman. Munson taking a full count walk, making the pitchers work. Derek Jeter out of the game for Jose 43, who strikes out Brendan Fry. Buswell in. And he'll strike out looking, so a pair of strikeouts for 43 after he comes in. And a quick inning is the last thing the Stars needed, as New Orleans gets another chance to add on to their lead. Mixon gets a strikeout on 3 pitches. Geronimo serves this one into right. He's been getting under a lot of balls today. Beauregard is hit, so he'll take the free base on a 2-1 count. I don't think he was trying to beat him, and I think Beauregard's probably happy to take the base. And he'll be off to the races. Successful stolen base there. It was pretty close, though. DiStefano now with the runner in scoring position is going to send that one into left field. It bounds around out there. The left fielder's still going after it, but he will hold at second. Had triple distance, but the Polo Grounds is weird. J.R. Cook now getting under 1. Should retire the side. So 8-2, and it's Hummus's game.
Stars bringing up their 5th batter, Zach Johnson. Striking out, swinging. That was a long at-bat. 7 pitches to be exact. We'll check out Luongo now. Luongo rips one. That's gone. 382 feet. Scores 8-3. A solo shot. Is that 4 on the season now for Rapids player? Down 5 now, though. Crunk, Smith, and Foe. Full count. Check swing strikeout. Jimmy Smith. Here we go. Oh, past the second baseman, past Cook. 2 out. 1 on for Foe. Can Foe bring home this runner? Struck out swinging on a pitch maybe a hair outside of the zone. We'll go bottom of the 8th. New Orleans looking to add insurance to strikeout looking. Mixon on the mound for Nashville. Hamed back to the shortstop. Ground out. Chris Brew, 2 out. Nobody on. They go down in order. That's a strikeout. A 3-pitch strikeout. Great work from Mixon. Last chance here. Down 5. The strikeout swinging for Rose. Munson with Jose 43 on the mound. Already 6 strikeouts today. Munson. A check swing strikeout. Check to swing too far. 2 out. Nobody on. Fry. Another check swing strikeout. And New Orleans getting the win. That was James Pleasance getting the final out. Beauregard going 3 for 4, leading the Rougarou to a win. And there's your batting. Beauregard, probably your player of the game.
Yes, indeed. Looks like a couple of 2 RBI days. We saw it, so we won't spend too much time on it.
Yep.
Good start.
And there's your pitching.
For DeFerrari. Beauregard, player of the game.
Yep. Good win for New Orleans.
Take you into Voyagers sloths now. Sloth sneaking by the Voyagers, 6-5. They got out hit 9-8, but maybe the error helped them to the finish line. Looks like a walk-off actually for the Sloths. A 2-run walk-off home run by Goffard off of Kevin Choate. For New York, we'll look at the bat of Kirk Swerve, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. For San Antonio, we'll look at Goffard, 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Pitching at Seavart, going 5, giving up 3. A hold for Abadir, and a loss and a blown save for Kevin Choate. For San Antonio, King George III, 2 runs over 6 innings, the definition of a quality start. Johnson with the blown save, and Slim Dugan with the win, their first on the young season. Goffard is our player of the game.
Surge getting the win. Hoping to turn around a slow start, moving to 5 now. 6 games below 500. There's your batting. Looking for a player of the game. If you could find it, let me know. I think I see 2 RBI from Meredith, Svanberg, and Poe. So should be interesting what they do with that.
Can you guess it'll go to a pitcher?
Yep, you were right. Velasquez with the win, Ginsburg with the hold, Stormbless with the loss and the blown save. But Todd Gonzalez, no decision on the losing team, went 5 innings, 2 earned, is your player of the game.
See people still talking about the Polo Grounds.
Yep.
You kind of have to do some extra work in the file to get it to actually show up as the Polo Grounds when you stream. So I think some streamers you don't actually see it on. It doesn't. Any of the MLB stadiums, when you download the file, it automatically sets them.
But the old school ones are harder.
It's just Kashima with the Sapporo Dome and or not Kashima, Maui with the Sapporo Dome and the Rougarous with the Polo Grounds. You have to actually go in and set it.
Mm.
And the Raptors will take this one in extras, a walk-off in the 10th inning, 9-8. Couple of one-run games where the team that is out-hit walks away with the win. Multi-hit performances up and down the lineup for Providence. Those are multi-RBI and multi-hit games, but we'll look at Philly Fan 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. For the Raptors, they have a 4 RBI player themselves. Bridget Westphal goes 4 for 5 with 3 runs and 4 RBIs. Good game for her. We'll head on down to that pitching. Kid Carsey goes 2, gives up 7. Merle is going to get the blown save. Crab with the loss for Providence. For the Raptors, Waller started 2.2, 6 earned, so neither starter made it out of the 3rd inning. Paul gets a blown save, and Riddle will get their first, I believe that's their first major league win. So big moment for Tom Riddle. Congratulations.
And the Aviators trouncing the Vandals 14-1, moving to 13-3 on the season. One of the more the defending champs been one of the more dominant teams in the league the past few seasons. Looking for a player of the game. A lot of 2 RBI days from Outer Banks. But 4 for 5 for Riverboat. Probably your player of the game. 2 RBI, 2 runs score. So Riverboat, great day at the plate, getting the win. Offensive eruption from the team. Funk getting the win. Tosin with the loss. Riverboat does get player of the game. So I was right. OBX winning. Dominant start for them. Probably see them back in the postseason, back deep in the postseason.
Does look that way as the Apex will take down the Scorpions. 11-5 is a good start. Scored 2 runs in the 6th that were all they needed to win this one. Have I mentioned that teams that have been getting out hit have been getting wins? 5 hits to 6.
Wow.
For the Apex, nobody had a multi-hit game, nobody had a multi-RBI game, nobody had a multi-run game. 2 walks for Eagle Eyes, and a couple of multi-strikeout games for Twift and Mouse. For Death Valley, we have a 2-hit game for Jacob, the only multi-hit player. Their center fielder. So for those Apex, it's going to be Dogwood Maple. He throws 5, gives up 1 earned. A hold for Austin Bentley. Threw 9 pitches. I think that's his season record.
Let's go.
But hey, 9-pitch inning is a good inning. No earned runs. You got a strikeout.
Good
What's
point.
not to love?
3 outs, 9 pitches. Yeah, pretty efficient.
Bolano's going to pick up the hold. And a save for Tran No Hands. Troin No Hands. Throwing No Hands. I get it now. I got that.
Throwing No Hands for most dedicated member and pitcher of the year and MVP.
There you have it. Take that, Cantaloupe Crocodile. Morgan's still looking for the first one on the season. Gets the loss in this one. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs is a tough loss. But Dogwood Maple will get the player of the game.
I typed it wrong, but I said it out loud correctly. Leatherneck Mike. I was pretty excited because I'm confident thought I didn't pitch, and I did. McCoy excels. The Demons do win, moving to 500, scoring 4 in the top of the 8th to roar back and take the lead. Didn't give it back. Looking for a player of the game. There it is. Dinkle, 4 RBI, 1 for 4, and it was a grand slam.
Wow.
So a grand salami, a clutch one in the 8th. So that was those 4 runs was that grand salami. So hopefully he gets player of the game. 4 RBI though for Crozier McCoy. Hit 2 homers in this one. Fug got the start, got dinged up pretty bad. Diglett gets the win. Lewis with the save. Let's see. Shu with the hold. Gunk with the loss. Crozier McCoy.
Yeah, the multi-homer game sealed the deal.
Yeah. 2 homers in a game will do it.
The go-ahead grand slam is player of my heart, though.
The youngster, Crozier McCoy, part of that young core in Cancun.
We saw that one, so we'll jump over here. The Novas shut out the Sea Serpents to go to 500. Tied up with the Demons now. 13 hits, 6 runs, and an error. For those Novas, a 3-for-4 day from Red Arrow. For Seattle, there's not much to look at. Scruff McGruff goes 2-for-4. He's kind of the bright spot. Champ McQuack, 8.1 shutout innings, a walk, just 2 strikeouts and 110 pitches, and then Randy McDuff sealed the deal. Harry Balls taking the loss, 5.1, gave up 4, and Champ McQuack is your obvious player of the game in this one. And I think we'll probably have some minors games today.
Lost Mars, fine effort. Okay. By Condor. Oh, Lost Mars, fine effort for Condor. So they lose, but Condor had a good game. Here we go. Looking at the batting. Oh, and 4 runs in the top of the 7th for Lowville. We'll seal the deal. Jaguar, 3 RBI, 2 RBI from Andrew Myth. 4 RBI for Condor, went 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. And here we go. There's your batting is done. Pitching is here. Didn't check Condor. I think I did. Maybe I'm already forgot.
I think I heard Condor. You say Condor.
Yeah, we did. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 4 ribbies. Ragnarok picks up the loss. Chinapi with the win. Triplet with the save. Condor, in a losing effort, gets player of the game.
This feels like one of those Mad Libs. Ragnarok Dog Assassin to Rizzo Achu. It's like, I don't know. Weird. We'll move on from that to the Dillos and the Kingpins. 1-run game here. Kingpins walk it off. They get past Amarillo for the 4-3 win. 12 hits to 8. For those Dillos, multi-hit game for Flex with 2 RBIs. Stand-up batter there. For Chicago, 2-for-4 with 2 runs and an RBI from Cleary. Out in right field, Doeg gets the start. 6 innings, 3 earned for the Dillos, but the loss will go to Mrazek in relief. 1.1 gave up 1. For Chicago, Bell started. 7 innings, 3 earned, and Capone gets the win. 2 clean innings. Inker Bell, starter for Chicago, is going to be our player of the game.
Swifties topping the Flamingos 6-3. 11-9 on hits. Swifties moving to 8-9 now on the season. Sorry, I was talking to Enoch last box score I was doing. We're trying to figure out the wild pitch pass balls numbers, make sure they're correct. There could be a bug while watching a streamed game where they kind of get like overbuffed in terms of amount that you see. But in the file, we know for sure that we're like below what happens in real life. 3-for-4 for Paza, good game. 1-for-3, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies for a blank space. There's your batting, pitching. There it is. And your player of the game's blank space. Catcher for the Swifties, Bot.
There you have it.
There's your win.
Bears going to find another win here against the Firehawks. Gave up 3 in the top of the 9th, but managed to seal the win for the home faithful. 15 hits to 7, 6 runs to 4, no errors across the board. For the Firehawks, we'll look at Requius, 2-for-4 with 2 runs and an RBI, or maybe the 3 RBIs from Tree. For the Brew Crew, 4-for-4 day for John Doe Jr. with a run and an RBI, and a pair of RBIs for Stevie Steve. Gold Glove defending champ. Grimes started for California, 6 innings, 5 earned. For Brew City, it was Hang Stu DeWright, I think our lone knuckleballer in the league. 7 innings, just gave up 1 earned, 3.38 ERA. Take that, knuckleball naysayers. And a save for Justin Jett. Hang Stu will be our player of the game.
Last game of the day, narrow win. Hevcats winning streak goes to 11. So they were 1-5 at one point. Now they're 12-5. They did that by winning a bunch in a row and a walk-off grand salami for Stank. Sheesh. Do the stanky leg.
All the way around the
Hepcat.
bases.
I'll do it. Do the whole dance. Take your time. 4 ribbies, 3 for 5. 1 run scored for Stanky. Maybe your player of the game. Spencer did go 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored, and there's your pitching. Yep, Mr. Stanky Leg himself. Wow, is your player of the game. A lot of pitchers using this one. Sexy with the win, Rodriguez with the loss and blown save, but Stanky.
He put some stank on the ball. That'll do it for this day. We're on to the 11th. Hit it with that save. And we'll finish up. Bringing you your minor league match now. Going to be the Lemurs and the Wheelers. Wheelers who have been hot. Lemurs who have been not. I think we have, do we have fun facts for this one? I don't think
Heard
so.
some majors.
But I was wrong before.
I've never been wrong in my life.
That's right. No, I think we're good this time. I'll make up some fun facts. So nobody on the Lemurs has ever seen Arya throw a pitch. Could work to Athena's advantage here. But on the flip side, none of the Wheelers have ever seen Roxas pitch. So I guess the in-game stats really give me nothing to go off. We can talk about the hot hitters, Jack Condor and Josh Sanders, versus Myth and Lump O'Sullivan. Roxas with the sub-3 ERA, despite being 1-3 on the season. Athena with a 3.68 ERA, meanwhile, is 1-0 on the season, so it seems like the bats have been carrying the Wheelers. And I think we can get on into it.
Going with the under here on the bet.
Uh-oh. That's a strikeout.
Overbetters on the home runs 3.5 are looking for a huge payday. That would be a lot of homers. You're gonna need help from Condor, O'Sullivan, Myth may need a pitch in there. Bennigsen may have to do some work. You taking the beginning?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So Lump O'Sullivan's going to hit a double in the left field, bounce off the wall. Makes a big turn at first, and it pays off. Throw not in time. Here is Forrest Gump. A little two-out rally. Not rally, but two-out magic coming. Double followed by a walk. Here's Burrow. Not Joe Burrow, but Miles Burrow. And that's going to be a single. The runner will come, and the throw is just a tick behind him. So the Lemurs will lead off in this one with a strong first inning. McGee trying to push that further, and that's a well-hit ball. The right fielder going back, and makes the grab on the warning track. Almost goes careening into the wall, but stays cool.
Careening.
Careening. That's my word of the day.
SAT word of the day. Thank you, Danny B.
You're welcome. Sanders going to take a walk now. Kripo Krasov on the ground past the diving shortstop for a little single. Runners first and second for Bennigsen. Roxas going to need to lock it down to keep the game where it's at if they want to hold on to this one-run lead. Gets a strikeout there, but that's going to be a shot past the first baseman, and we will be tied. Throw just behind the speedy Sanders. Hot-hitting Condor now up. He's going to sky one into center right. Center fielder makes the grab. Too shallow for the runners to tag, so 2 outs now for Marsh. First baseman has it. Pitcher runs to cover, and that'll do it. So 2 hits a team, 1 run a team, 6 batters a team. And it's a brand new ball game in the second. Jet Jaguar striking out. Here's Bonds, the pitch from Athena, and that's a single into right field. Here's going to be Elysian? Kyle. There's Kyle. He struck out. Myth going to try and check his swing, but he will strike out as well, so we'll stay tight here at 1-1. As Copeland leads us off in the bottom of the second with a towering shot into center field, but it's handled. Sneck into left field, so a couple of towering fly balls to start this one, and here's Vladimir Porter. Did I mention towering fly balls? It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Roxas. That was on one pitch. I didn't catch the other ones, but looked like an efficient inning if I ever saw one. Ramirez into left field. We're just going to keep on going with our towering theme. That's a line drive. Bullet that the second baseman gets a glove on, but can't make the transfer in time. We'll call that a hit for sure. Forrest Gump. Shortstop ranges back for that one. So 2 outs now for Burrow. Burrow skies one into right. The right fielder going back on it and gets to it. Wow, the Bears absolutely annihilating California. 8 runs in 2 innings.
Wow.
The Flamingos beating State College 2-0 as we have a little fly out in foul territory. Grounder now from Kripo Krasov. Tie game, back-to-back tie games on the out of town. Benningson gonna strike out. So we are through 3 here. Damage done in the first. Go ahead, sorry.
No, top of the fourth. Whoa. What are we calling that? Ground rule double. Okay.
Yep,
The animation for ground rule double in 21 is broken for sure. And a hard hit ball to the shortstop from Jaguar. Call that a single. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Barry Bonds, who strikes out. Kyle Eliason flies out.
Right?
So Myth drops one in center on a 3-1 count, brings a run across. Lowville taking a 2-1 lead. Ramirez with a fly ball and a fly out. To end the top of the fourth, Anchorage gave up a run there. It was Athena area. And here we go. Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode grounding out. Condor, 1 on, nobody out. Base hit up the middle for Condor is 1 for 2 on the day now. A whopping OPS of 1.07 going into that at bat. Marsh. Oh, what a grab in center by Ruben Ramirez, Wombat. And a fly ball, fly out from Copeland will end the inning. We'll go top of the 5th. Good game on our hands so far. Looks like Danny B will get another good finish. O'Sullivan with a fly out to right. Gump, Tampa Tarpons here in the chat. Hard hit ground ball to short. Grounds out. Miles Burrow rips one into left field for a base hit. Nice amount of viewers in chat. Full count single for Burrow. McGee now. Grounder to second base. Grounds out. That'll end the top of the 5th. Anchorage down a run. Bringing up Sneaky Sneck, who's with us as well. A towering fly ball and right. A fly out. Vladimir Porter 0 for 1. Make that 0 for 2 with a ground out. Sanders 0 for 1. Also 0 for 2. And now they go down in order. That ends the 5th. We'll go top of the 6th. Jet Jaguar. Now 1 for 2 with the walk. Barry Bonds. That was a full count walk. Oh, and a stolen base attempt. Jaguar in there safely. 7 out of 10. Good percentage. Bonds grounding out. So Jaguar moves to third, 90 feet from home plate. Eliason grounding out. So Myth, 2 out, 1 on, and another RBI for Myth. That's 2 on the day. It's 3-1 Lowville. 2 out rally here. Ruben Ramirez deep in left field, caught for the out. It was a line out. We'll go bottom of the 6th. No homers yet. That the over better is not looking good. Kripokrasov. Oh, what a grab. Another great play by Ruben Ramirez. That's out number 1. Benningson up the middle for a base hit. Bobby Roode, 1 out, 1 on. A strikeout. Here we go. Condor 2 out, 1 on. Grounder, second base, ground out. We're going to the 7th inning. Louisville up 2. O'Sullivan, shallow fly and left. Fly out. Gump. That's high in left field at the warning track, but caught for out number 2. Burrow. Oh, there it is. There's your first homer, guys. 441 feet. Burrow got all of that one, and it's 4-1 Louisville. Here in the top of the 7th, a solo shot for Miles Burrow.
He's having a game.
Yeah. Early player of the game candidate. McGee grounds out. We'll go bottom of the 7th. Marsh, Copeland, and Sneck. Can we see another homer get closer to that prop line? We won't, but that's a base hit for Stan Marsh out of South Park, Colorado. Copeland now. Pitching change, poor triplet. Striking out, looking was Copeland. Sneaky Sneck striking out, swinging, poor triplet. Dealing so far is a 91 mile an hour a pitch, and that's going to be a fielder's choice out off the bat of Vladimir Porter. We'll go top of the 8th. Louisville up 3.
I'd like to officially say Hex Slothface Killer for breaking up the Brew City no-hitter in the 6th as Jaguar flies out to center. Here's Barry Bonds, designated hitter, doing what Barry Bonds do. Hit one 399 feet to break up the shutout here into right field. So a home run for Bonds, his 3rd on the season, I believe. Let me hit my home run key before I forget. And we just need 4 more of those.
2 more for the over?
Oh, for a tie game. But that's not even the right team, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes,
late,
for the over, we need some more. Smith strikes out. It looks like we will get to play the bottom of the 9th, so maybe that will help. Sanders going to deliver one up the middle. There you go. They just need a bloop and a blast, and a blast, and a blast, and a blast. And we'll be tied, and the overs will win. As Kripo's going to hit that one over the second baseman. The runner had to hold, so it'll be just first and second. Wanted to make sure that one didn't get caught. Pitching change now. Salami Tsunami, and that's another one up the middle. So we're going to juice the bases up here for Rod, for someone. As that one's going to be hit right to the shortstop in the double play. So no RBI on that one, but the run scores. That at least counts. And Condor now with 2 on and 2 out. I'm sorry, 1 on and 2 out. And they won't make the throw in time. That's one of those weird... We've seen a few of those weird OOTP animations. But he does beat that out for an infield single. As that one's served into left field. So now we have 2 on and 2 out. For Copeland, full count, payoff pitch on the ground to second, over to first, and that's the out. So they do bring this game within 2. Maybe give the Lemurs a little bit of a fire to hit some bombs. Try and get their lead back. It'll start with Ramirez getting hit. Lumpo Sullivan now going to send this one into left. It will be handled. For the first out, here's Forrest Gump, the catcher, taking a walk, so 2 on, 1 out. For the hot-hitting Burrow, he's 3 for 4 on the day. And now he's 4 for 5 on the day with a little infield single to juice the bases. Wheelers need a double play ball. That's not going to be it, but they'll get the force at home. Not quick enough to get the runner at first. And this double into the outfield is going to, I think, seal the deal. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Looks like they tried for the triple. I guess all 3 runs counted as scoring, and then the tag was applied to end the inning.
Wow. All it took was 1 at-bat to make this lead a 5-run lead.
Yeah. And the Wheelers have their work cut out for them with Sneck, Vladimir, and Sanders. They'll start off with a ground out down to their final 2. Here's Vladimir. On the ground to third. They're down to their final 1. Here's Sanders. On the ground to short, over to first, and that will end the ball game. Big 9th inning. Gives them plenty of insurance. They didn't end up needing it. 8 runs on 13 hits. The Lemurs improved to 6-12 on the season. Take down a team of Giants in the 11-7 Wheelers. We saw it. Where's my guy? Burrow, I think, is who I'm going to highlight as potential player of the game. 4 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. And he has it. Roxas does get the win. Athena with the loss, a hold for Triplet, and a save for Tsunami as I watch my channel points fly away.
And mine did the opposite. They're coming in 3,400 channel points for the boy. Check out more box scores. Thank you. I'll take the congrats. Firehawks losing 9-4 at the house that Pancakes built. A 9-4 win. That graph just pretty much leaned all Bruce City the whole time. There wasn't no hammer going. A 3 for 5 for Aldridge. 3 ribbies for Stevie Steve, early player of the game. Stern, 3 ribbies as well for California. Win for Kozak, loss for Tipton. Kozak went 5 innings, no earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, no hits. As we mentioned, is your player of the game. 5 innings of no hit ball is pretty good.
Yes, it is. That's where the short hook comes back to bite you, maybe. But we got the win. Another little bit of a blowout here is the Flamingos win 6-0. They shut out the Swift Steeds. In front of their home crowd, that's a tough one to swallow. For the Mingos, we'll look at Bufflin, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. For State College, no RBIs, no multi-hits. Maybe a hit and a walk of LeBlanc is our highlight. Excuse me, it was Kagamine who went 9 innings shutty. So definitely player of the game there. 112 pitches to complete the game. More walks than strikeouts. You usually don't see that in a complete game. So pitched to contact and made it work. Bolt Jr. takes the loss for State College. 5 earned over 3. And yeah, Rin Kagami. Great game. Maybe the best performance of the day? No, that'll go to Miles Burrow.
And Dynamo's improving to 9-9 with a 5-3 win. Wow, a big win against a team that was hot, ending their 11-game winning streak. 2 ribbies for Spencer. Most out of anybody between the 2 teams. Check out the pitching. Sexy with the loss. Red with the win. Moon with the save. Damn Son. We'll go scroll up, check his stats. X-Man Damn Son. 2 for 4. 1 run scored, 2 ribbies. So good day for Dallas to get the win. Right there, back in the conversation after a rough season last season.
We watched Lemurs and Wheelers, so we'll take you to Dillos and Kingpins. Kingpins 15-3 to start the season. Talk about a hot start. 4-3, they got out hit by 2. Didn't even care. Still walked away with the win. For those Dillos, yeah, the whole team was contributing. A couple of hits for Bjorn. For Chicago, we're going to look at 2 hits for Anchovy. So no real standout batters in this game. I mean, maybe Gray with a 1 hit, 2 run, 2 RBI day. Pitching wise, Fank started for the Dillos, 6 innings, 2 runs, a blown save for Berman and a loss for Itchy Nose. T-Rex starting for Chicago, the win going in relief to Smoothie Vert, their first possibly of their career. Yep. Atlas Gray, player of the game.
People wondering about the bug when we see a lot of pass balls, wild pitches on stream. There's a thread dating back to 2016 that talked about watching AI games on stream or not on like the live coverage. It's not happening in AI sims, but only when you watch games. So it's an OTP thing that nothing we could do about. Which game are we on now? Sorry, I was doing a little announcement.
We're right at the top. We're blessed by OTP, but it does have its little idiosyncrasies.
Yep. Raptors winning 10-3 at home against Providence, moving to 11-6 on the season. 4 ribbies for Toot Blonde. That was definitely a grand slam. Yep. 3 on and with 2 outs. Geez, clutch at bat by Toot Blonde. Off of Higgins. Probably going to be up there, player of the game. Buckley got 2 ribbies as well. Lucas got the win. Leaf with the loss. Lucas takes player of the game. 8-2. Almost got the full complete game. 2 earned, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Yeah, 120 pitches is definitely pretty up there.
Yeah.
Another one-run ball game here. The Surge and the Makos. Surge going to win this one 4-3. Big third inning. Both teams have a 3-run inning, but the Surge putting one in the second gives them the win. Looks like Scott Poe, candidate for player of the game. 2 hits and 4 tries, 3 RBIs and a run. For Maui, we'll look at Harwell goes 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs. Pitching wise, you need to calm down. Started 5 innings pitched, gets the win by giving up 3 runs. A save for Bones for Maui. Salchicha gets the loss, 4 earned over 5, and Scott Poe is the player of the game. Don't think I've seen Poe in the chat, but congratulations.
Voyagers upending the Sloths 3-1. Voyagers moving to 10 wins on the season. Congrats hitting double digits. I said 9 struckouts. Leave me alone. Let's see. Go Swallow Glass, Haseo. 2 for 3 for sandwiches. 2 for 4 for Swerve. Not really finding a player of the game on this list. We'll check out the pitching, though. And we found him. Torkelton went 6 1/3, gave up 1 earned as your player of the game. And yeah, new face, same face, new place. Poor Torkelton, Ty Million now on the Voyagers.
Aviators staying hot, taking down another hot team in the Vandals. 9-1. It was a big outing. It looks like the second half of the game was really where the Aviators shined. Who to highlight? They have quite a few. We'll go to Berg Cannon, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs as a player of the game candidate. For Vancouver, 2 hits for King, maybe. Pitching, OBX started Walker Cato, 8.2 innings pitched, just gave up the 1 earned, and Pozo gets the final out on 3 pitches. Greg Digger Jr. started for Vancouver, 5.2. He gave up 2, earns his first loss of the season. Walker Cato is our player of the game.
Starting a tongue face string in chat. Speaking of tongue face, Scorpions giving the Apex the tongue sticking out face, winning 11-1, 13-11 on hits. Apex bats went to sleep. Should be interesting to see which pitchers gave up those runs. And we'll check out the batting. 3 ribbies for both Edwards and McGibbon of DVS. 2 for Benz, who went 3 for 4, so probably your player of the game. And Nameless Nate talking about his player ruined the tongue face string in chat, the chat wall. Got to. 3 hits, no RBI. Dangley with the loss. Gave up 6. Barron came in and gave up 5.
If I could time out Nate, I would.
And Bentley gave up nothing. Well, you look at that, huh? Sims with the win. Sims gets player of the game. Went 7 1/3, 1 earned. Sims good. Bentley good. Bankhead Commish dealing in this one. The GM and Bovo not as much. Dan, can we stay on this for? That's the best outing I'll have all season, no doubt. 32 pitches, 21 of them strikes, only 1 hit. Come on.
I'll save it for you.
Thank you. Tongue face right back at you, Mouse. Your bat went to sleep, and I carried the bullpen. So what's up?
That'll bring us to the Battle of the S's, the Sarasota Supernovas, Seattle Sea Serpent SSSSS face-off. Supernovas deal Sea Serpents 8-4 loss. 10 hits, 2-11. Looking at those hitters, Holden Afark goes 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, but 3 RBIs for Red Arrow. Pretty solid. Seattle, we'll look at 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Scruff McGruff, keep saying Scruff McGruff on Seattle. He's having quite a rookie season so far. Pitching-wise, Baxter started for Sarasota, gets the win, 6 innings, 2 earned, a save for Scoochie Dark because he went 3 innings. Seattle, it'll be Sullivan with the loss, gave up 6 over 4.2. And Kendrick Baxter is the player of the game.
Loving the banter with my boy Haseo. Demons above 500 first time this season, winning 9-3. Cancun on a losing streak. Do they say what the losing streak is? No, they don't. Checking out batting, looking for a player of the game. 4 ribbies for Carlos Crashwagon, Supernova legend, now a Detroit Demon. Blammo, 2 ribbies of his own. Witt, nice day, 2 for 3, 2 ribbies. So that is a 9-game losing streak. Mitchell with the win. Palmer, first save of the season. Robert picking up the loss. Carlos Crashwagon, as mentioned, is your player of the game. But me and my brother both, I'm talking to him, out of the pen, he's obviously much better than me, but cool to see both of us, same division, same role, different team.
And no relievers looking on the ATA. All of our performers of the day are pitchers who went 8+ innings.
Wow. That'll do it.
That brings us to our 1-run ball game. A run scored in the second was the only one all game. It was the Stars. Looks like a run-scoring double of Jimmy Smith off McDougal. So I don't think we're going to have much to talk about in the offense. Smith 1 for 3 with an RBI. And over here, we had a walk and a hit for Cook, 2 for DiStefano. Pitching-wise, though, it's going to be good games all around. Lucky El Charo 8.10 earned, a save for Shigeno. McDougal 6.11 earned, and the rest of the bullpen was clean. Lucky El Charo going to be our player of the game here. As that will complete our day. Got 3 days left, 2 days of quick sims with a featured matchup right in the middle.
I like it.
No minors today. So we'll just get through these box scores.
Crabs winning at Boise 4-2. Crabs moving to 6 wins, an upset on paper. Boise, those 2 errors probably costly. Krustis had a big day according to the write-up. 1 for 4 with a ribby. Good day for him. Not much doing though. Beecham 2 for 4. Almost said it wrong. Slokening 2 for 4 as well. Evans with the win. Zielman takes the loss. Murley first save of the season. Rich Evans went 6 innings, gave up 2, struck out 3 as your player of the game.
That'll bring us to Maui. I think they were the last team below 3 wins. They've got it here, 5-2 against the Surge. Looks like some doubles, some extra base hits in this one. Looking at Buffalo, a 3 for 5 day for Finn Reese, an RBI and a run. For Maui, a couple of 2 for 4 days, 2 RBIs for Camden though. On to the pitching. Rolo gets the loss, 5.2, gave up 5. Michael Knightrider gets the win for Maui, 5.21 earned, his first this season. Couple of holds and a save for Omega. Michael Knightrider's your player of the game.
Voyagers dropping the Sloss 5-2. Sloss moving to 8-10 on the season. Voyagers scoring 4 in the 7th. Maybe that's to do with that 3-man pen for the Sloss. You never know. We'll check out the batting. And there's your batting. Can't find a player of the game. Nice day for Slim, though, 2 for 4. God, that average needs to go up, though. Glad I didn't draft him in fantasy. Sorry, didn't mean to be rude to Paz. There's your pitching. Horse with the win. Rayner with the loss. AJ did give up 3 and only recorded 3 outs. Whole Horse went 7 innings, gave up 1 earned. Is your player of the game.
So another battle of the juggernauts. The Vandals going to win this one 4-3. Multi-run first and 7th is what they do it with. Vandals edge Aviators 4-3. We'll look at those batters. 3 for 4 for Tex Walker, but no runs came of it. Not sure who to look at for the runs. I guess Riverboat, 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI and a walk and a strikeout and a left on base and a home run. For Vancouver, they don't have really a more obvious standout bat either. I guess Sam Andrews going 2 for 4 with a ribeye. Pitching-wise, Beaumont, first loss on the season, 6.1 innings, 3 earned, 4 total. He gets the loss for Vancouver. Takahashi, no decision, 6.12 earned. It'll go to Silliams with the win and the blown save. A hold for Lung and a save for Ingram. Takahashi's going to get player of the game.
Sea Serpents prevail over Sarasota. It's back-to-back wins for Seattle. Look at Davis Campbell, top of the order, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Nice. 3 for 4 for James Barker. Now we'll check out pitching now. Hill with the loss, Hammersmith with the win, DeMarco with a 3-inning save. Wow. And Davis Campbell, as mentioned, the leadoff hitter for Seattle, gets player of the game.
Stars in the Rooks. Rooks going to win at 4-1. Stars suffer 4-1 loss at Nolans. That's how you say that. Batting, we're looking at a 2 for 4 day from Johnson with an RBI. For Nola, we'll look at the 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs of Geronimo. Pitching, Johnson started for Nashville, gets the loss, 5.2 gave up 2. For New Orleans, Nakamura, 4th win on the season, still undefeated, 8.1 innings, just gave up the 1 earned, and Jose 43, notching a 2-out save. Nakamura is our player of the game.
Indy getting the win against the Scorpions behind Shifty, who's unstoppable this season. Even though he has a loss, his stats say he's dominating. Scorpions score that lone run in the 9th. We'll check out batting, looking for a player of the game. Swift, nice day at the plate, 3 for 4. Gurin Wudo, Tsunami, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. And look at that. Zach Mouse, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 3 RBI. Dover, also 2 RBI. A good day for Edwards and Boss Jr., both getting 2 hits. Farnworth gets their first loss of the season, giving up 5, showing he's human. Still an ERA of sub-2. Lagoose getting the win, keeping that ERA sub-1. And Lagoose is your player of the game. 7 2/3, no earned. Struck out 10, only walked 1. Is your player of the game.
Lagoose might be your player of the first week.
Player of the century.
Time will tell. That brings us here to Cancun. Demons clip Toros 3-2. Looks like they scored that in the top of the 9th. Danny B, solo shot. You love to see it. I just tried to make good contact, said me. Looking at the batters. 2 for 4 for Crashwagon with an RBI. For Cancun, Carter gave it everything he had. 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Pitching, it was Ricky Vaughn who went 6, gave up 2, but the win in relief to Ryan Dirty. Cancun, Getty started 6 innings, 2 earned, the loss going to Ryan Shu in relief. Ricky Vaughn is our player of the game. That will do it here. Give it another save, Rooney. Cross one more day off my notepad. No majors today. But we will be checking out Florida. It's a long road trip to fly all the way out to California. Don't think we have stats for this one either. Looks like the features are favoring Florida. I'll see if someone wants to throw a prediction up before I jump into this one. Rob Cena Jr. cold hitting out of the 9-hole. The Requies cold hitting in the 5-hole. And
Musha versus Unconfident.
When they're both right here. First annual Rougarou Cup.
No. Same team. Wait, how's this the Rougarou Cup if you guys are... Wait. No, it's not versus. They're both the GM of the Flamingos. Oh, because of KC15. Okay, never mind. I was like, wait, it's late. And I'm like trying to figure out, why is it the Rougarou Cup? When you're stating it's the Rougarou Cup, when you're things like that, it's probably best to tell the old man what you're actually talking about.
There you have it. I'm still not seeing a prediction, so we might just get underway here.
I can throw one in.
There it is. Total walks just came up. Over under 6.5.
Ooh.
Looks like a short fuse on this one. Only 20 seconds left to predict. No one has bet so far.
We'll go crazy 5,000 on the over.
I'll match you 5,000 on the under. Oh my god. And then someone puts in 7K on the under. Oh, there we go. We got a little closer at the end there.
Hey, I don't hate the minors. It's just not my league. I've been told that many times. Stay in your lane. By John. So there goes your fumble bumble. It's not my league.
Fumble bumble indeed.
Wow, look at all this money being tossed around.
Yeah, all came in kind of late there. Maybe, I don't know. My prediction, I think, was weird. It said it had less time than it actually did.
It should be a good one. Both teams really need a win. Flamingos had a hot start to the season, kind of tapered off a bit. California hasn't really been consistent to start us off. So both teams really fighting for a win here to finish us off here. Hashtag not my league. Damn right.
Let's get underway here. You want to take the first three?
Let's do it. Last game of the night. Thank you to the host letting me take the ending. Stand up. Gonna go sit back down the dugout. Said that a few times this week. Woof rough.
That's a face gem.
Flying out. Havintini Brizzo. Definitely a Cubs fan. Flying out for out number 3. We'll go bottom of the first. Not my pick, not my league. We're going bottom of the first. Saseco Encarnacion Dotson. Saseco lining out. Encarnacion. Uh-oh. That's a no-doubter. That's deep in the stands. That's 430 feet. Encarnacion. Ripped that one. A solo shot. The third pitch of the at-bat. And chased it out of the zone. Hacked at it. A golf swing. It's 1-0. 1-0 California. Dotson. Fly ball. Warning track power. Caught for the second out. Stern flying out for out number 3. But that Encarnacion bomb giving the Firehawks the lead. That's a strikeout from Babe Bufflin. Yupper's coming up now. The catcher. Up the middle for a base hit. Tying run on first. No, it's a little early. Oh, hey there. Another homer in this game. That's going to be Eddie Garr. Eddie Garr's second homer on the season. That went 417 feet. And just like that, Florida on top. The Musha side of the Rougarou Cup. Been corrected about that in the chat. People giving me the stanky face. Kyle Bryant with a base hit up the middle. Jeff the Giraffe now. 1 out, 1 on. Striking out, swinging. 2 out. 1 on. Cena Jr. grounder. They get the fielder's choice out at second. They do score 2 off the Eddie Garr homer. So now Verkis will come up for California. The Verkis dropping it in right field for a base hit, tying run on first, leading run at home for Chris Smoove. Will he make a splash? It's going to be a shallow fly in center, fly out. The Cheese lining out to center for out number 2. 2 out, 1 on for Bubba Tree. Center fielder getting a workout this inning. That's a full count. Will fly out. And that will end the bottom of the second. We'll go top of the third. Stand up. Stand up with a shallow fly in right for the first out. Woof rough, grounder. Ground out, 2 out for Havintini. Having a good season average-wise. Helps himself. Going 1 for 2 in this game. It's a single. Babe Bufflin. Grounder. Fielder's choice out at second. Flamingos don't score, leave one stranded. California will bring up Grimes Jr. down a run here in a tight ball game. That's a base hit up the middle for Grimes Jr. Saseco, leadoff hitter. On the first pitch, another base hit up the middle. Runner moving to third, in there standing up. Encarnacion, you remember hit one super deep. Grounder, shortstop, 6-4, but not the 3. And the Firehawks tie it up here in the bottom of the third. Dotson, there's the 6-4-3. Nice defense from Florida. And California ties it up, though, in that frame. We'll go top of the fourth. Danny B.
Yeah, Yuppers, the catcher, hitting 347 and is going to up that average right here as we lead things off with a bomb. Flamingos taking their lead right back from the Firehawks. That one went 414 feet. And now Gar will stand in, batting 176. Going to send that one down to the shortstop for a ground out. Here comes Kyle Bryant. He'll strike out. It's also the Cubs' last name Cup, if we think about Anthony facing off against, or are they on the same team? What do I know? As Jeff the Giraffe flies out into right field. That will retire their side. They get that one run on the home run as Stern strikes out for the Firehawks, who hope to tie the game right back up. The Requies on the ground to the third baseman. Strong arm gets him. Chris Smoove here, third baseman, skied into left field. And it'll be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Len Kagamin. Josh Smaxson taking the mound back over. Gets a quick out on one pitch, and then on the third pitch gives up a single past the second baseman. They get it in quickly to hold the runner at first. Here comes Bark Bark Woof Ruff. On the ground and bobbled at second base. They will call that an error, letting stand up reach. And that'll be a single, should bring home the unearned run. Throw is in, not in time. Brizzo gets the RBI there. Here's Bufflin. Skying this one into left. The runners will tag up and think better of it. So 2 outs now for Yuppers, who had that bomb. And we'll check in with a single here and another RBI. Woof Ruff coming in to score easily, standing up. Here is Eddie Gar. That looks like it'll be another single, possibly another run scoring. The throw is there. And this one's a sliding play. It looked pretty close, but the runner is ruled safe. 6-2 lead now for the Florida Flamingos. As Kyle Bryant hits one on the ground, and they will make that out, the shortstop to the first baseman. Firehawks have dug themselves a little bit of a hole, but the Cheese will try to work their way out of it with a single past the second baseman. Leadoff runner aboard here for Trees. The crowd is getting into it, and the 150 hitters both checking in with singles. Grimes now with 2 runners on. Gonna take a walk, so the bases are juiced. There's no outs for Len Kagamin. And the top of the order in Slaseco. This one's deep into right field. We'll see if they test the arm. They don't, with only 1 out now. Here's Encarnacion on the ground to third. Too slow to get anybody. I think they'll call that a single, a little bunt single maybe. Scores a run, brings the Firehawks within 3. And Dotson's going to check in with a single in the left field. 1 run will score. 2 runs coming home, and it's a 2 RBI single for Dotson. We are 5-6 here now with the runner in scoring position, the tying run. And we'll have that one hit on the ground. It's potentially a double play ball. No. We'll have runners on the corners here. And it's up to Requies on the ground to third, so they won't tie the ball game up here. But they did make things much more exciting. Jeff the Giraffe now for the Flamingos. Going to check in with a single. Back up the middle. Rob Cena Jr. bunts one down right in front of the catcher who makes the play. Maybe they'll call that a sacrifice hit. They do. Stand up now with a runner in scoring position. Skying one into center for an out. So it's up to Woof Ruff to make the bunt pay off. And Woof Ruff lines one out to right. So the bunt is costly. So maybe it took the bat out of his hands. And the next 2 men went down easily. Chris Smoove in now on the ground back up the middle. I've had a lot of leadoff singles here since I took over. The Cheese now. It was Smoove and the Cheese who started the rally. Trees in. Tree will hit this one to first base, so runner will go to second. Runner in scoring position for Grimes, who pops it up on the infield, and the shortstop has it easily. We're now into the 7th inning here. On the out-of-town, the Dillos are beating Brew City. State College and the Lemurs are tied up as Brizzo takes the pitch from Branson and grounds out. Anchorage 2-1 over the Hepcats. Dallas 4-2 over Chicago. As Bufflin hits legs out an infield single. 2-2 count for Yuppers. That was a good sound into left field, but the center fielder has it. 2 outs now for Gar, who will take a walk. Only saw 1 pitch in the zone. Kyle Bryant with 2 on. Will strike out looking on 3 pitches. You gotta go down swinging, I feel like, on 3 pitches. Didn't happen. As the top of the Firehawks lineup is due up in Slotseco, Encarnacion, and Dotson. It'll be a strikeout, checked swing. The ump says he offered at it. Encarnacion in now. Going to take a circle change back up the middle. But it's handled by the center fielder, and here's Dotson. Takes a strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning. Kagami still in the game. 2 innings to go. It's you, Hummus.
Thank you. Got a good ending on our hand, folks. Last game of the night, 67 of you here with us. And that's going to be a grounder to first for Giraffe for the out. Cena Jr. striking. Oh, just kidding. Walked on a 3-0 count. Checked his swing. Stand up. Steps up. 5-4, but not the 3. Wolf Ruff now 2 out, 1 on. Stand up. Breaking for second. 14th stolen base for stand up this season. Wolf Ruff now. Wolf Ruff. Fly ball. Fly out. Now California has a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Down a run here, and entering the bottom of the 8th with Stern coming up to the plate. Stern striking out, swinging. Was a slider, 87 miles an hour. Rakis. Strikeout, another slider. This one's 86 on an 0-2 count. Tying run at the plate for Chris Smoove.
Slider's working overtime.
Chris Smoove, fly ball, fly out. Not a smooth play. We'll go top of the 9th. Looking to add some insurance. How Anthony Brizzo will step up to the plate. Grounder. Ground out. Bufflin. 3-0 count. Drawing a walk. Branson getting tired. They take him out. Put in Beckett. Yuppers having a day. That's a base hit up the middle. Runner moves to third. Runners on the corners for Eddie Gar, who hit a homer earlier. Gar, grounder, 6-4-3 double play. California helped themselves out. Now down a run, tying run at the plate for the Cheese. Has 1 homer this season. Cold batter, though. Thank you, Valor, for the gifted subs. That's a fly out on a full count. 2 outs remaining. Tree, pitching change. Walrus. Winning run at the plate, tying run at first. Now after that walk, Grimes Jr. Grimes Jr. Deep to right center. It's gone. California. KC-15. They win the Rougarou Cup. California on a walk-off homer. First home run of the season for Grimes Jr. What a finish on a 2-1 count. Grimes Jr. took that one deep for the win. California now 7 wins on the season, scoring 7 in this one. What an insane, absolute insane ending there. I did not expect Grimes to hit their first homer of the season in walk-off fashion. Wow. What a way to end the night, Danny B. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. I think Valor summoned it with those gifted subs. Homer came
Valor
right
brings
after.
Thank you, Valor, for real. Valor with the good luck, giving us a great ending. Sorry to Florida. It's a tough way to lose. You know, in sports, it's either victory or misery. But wow, look at that graph. Every time I look, it makes me laugh. That graph moving, that walk-off really made that graph go all the way to almost touching Florida to obviously the winner for California. And there's your batting. I know Yuppers had a great game. Might be player of the game. Actually looking very likely. 3 ribbies, though, for Encarnacion. Beckett with the win. Walrus with the lost and blown save. Grimes Jr., they gave it to the walk-off hero. 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, 2 ribbies. We know those 2 ribbies, they came from that walk-off shot, 2-run shot. Wow. I love calling walk-offs. Thank you, Danny B, for giving me this game.
Yeah, they're always fun, and I always notice it when LBG does it, but I noticed I did it there. So you see that walk off, and usually the caster who's casting, gets really excited and loud, and then you always hear in the background that startled intake of breath, that as you see the ball headed over the wall. I always love it.
Wow. Yeah. It's rubbing off on you. You've been streaming for a bit now. Not as many seasons as him, but I
Yep.
think, it's that.
Yeah, since my second season, so it has been a good while. I came up on my PBE anniversary. I got to be coming up on my stream anniversary here before too long.
Yeah, no, appreciate all you do for this league, brother. What a night.
Absolutely, and we'll move it on now. Swift Steeds winning this one 5-3, 12 hits to 8 to go to 9-10 on the season. For those Swifties, we'll look at that 3-hit day of Eshelman with the 2 runs or the 2 RBIs from Mantix. For Louisville, it's a multi-hit day for Jaguar. Pitching wise, Brandonson started for State College, 4 innings, 3 runs. But the decision went to 22 in relief with the save. 22 with the win, Stelling with the save. Junk Ball started for Louisville, 4.2, gave up 1, but the decision went to Triplet with the loss. Neuromantics is our player of the game. Neuromantics. Caught myself.
Oh, I get it now. Wheeler's in a tight one, top of the 10th. Solo shot by Bobby Roode against Turbo. Wheeler's moving to 12-7 to match the Hebcats. Marsh 3 for 5, nice day. 4 walks for Copeland, wow. 2 for 4 for Minion. New Romantics. I always said Narrow-mantics, but it's New Romantics. I know that's like the name of...
It's this Taylor Swift song.
Yep. Yeah, I just now got the Narrow-mantics thing. Let's see. There's your pitching. Blown save by Toe. Kai with the win. Turbo with the loss. Player of the game, Jandy Ronson, went 6 innings, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts.
Kingpins Dynamos. Kingpins will get the road win here. 16-3. This team cannot be stopped. Out hit again. Still gets the win. For Chicago, we'll talk about the 1-4-3 day of Gray with the 2 runs, the 2 RBIs, the walk and the strikeout. For Dallas, we're going to look at maybe Adler, who went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Pitching wise, Grimes started 6 innings, 4 earned, a win for Shoemaker. Alrighty. Smoothie Vert gets the save, 2 inning save. Redacted started for Dallas, 2 earned, no decision over 6. Red will take the loss on the blown save, and Redacted is the player of the game.
Yeah, it's Schumacher. Yee now 2-2 after subduing the Bears. Dillo's back in the win column, winning 3-0. Won't really look at much batting from either team. 7-5 on hits, though. Yee with the win, Mills with the loss, Itchy Nose with the save. And Yee went 7 1/3, no runs given up, 5 strikeouts. Is your player of the game.
There were no majors. So that brings us to our final day of Quick Sims. We got majors and we got minors. Start things off with a cross-conference game here. The Apex and the Raptors. The Raptors will edge the Apex 7-6 in this one-run game, tied up at 10 hits apiece. For those Apex, we're going to highlight Mouse, 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. For the Raptors, we're going to highlight maybe Caruso's 3-run bomb off Mike Dion. I like when people get runs off Mike Dion. Pitching-wise, it is Mike Dion who goes 5.2 and gives up 7. Probably one of his worst starts in his first loss. ERA still below 3, though. For the Raptors, Cenk Daly started 4 innings, gave up 5, but the win will go to Riddle in relief, a save for Toasties. Zach Mouse is our player of the game. He was 2 for 5 with the 2 runs and the 3 RBIs.
Boise in the Hood. Vandals prevail 4-3 over Seattle. Another interconference. We're in the interconference section of the schedule, it seems. Vandals batters. 3 RBI, 2 for 3 for Dan King, the 9-hitter, who also hit a homer, a 3-run homer. Seattle, 2 for 4 for Mellett. 1 for 3 for Campbell. We'll check out pitching now. Sam Andrews had a good game for Vancouver. Ingram with the win, Fuji with the hold, Lung with the save, Maddox Jr. takes the loss. Dan King, the 9-hitter for Vancouver, is your player of the game.
Death Valley Scorps come up short at San Antonio 4-3, 9 hits to 6. For those Scorps, I'm going to highlight, the 3 for 4 day of Boss, or maybe the 2 RBIs of Benz. For San Antonio, it's a little easier. We'll look at the 2 for 4 Matata, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Pitching-wise, Ratatouille, 6.1, gave up 4, gets the loss. San Antonio Greer started 6.1, gave up 2, gets the win. Hold for Johnson, save for Dugan. Acuna Matata is our player of the game.
Rougarou lose by a run at Outer Banks. World Series preview here. OBX moving to 15 wins, first to do so in the league. Scoring all 3 in the 3rd and 4th. Checking out batting. Jockenberg 3 for 4 with a ribby. Riverboat 2 for 4. 2 ribbies for Hamed off of 1 hit. Was a homer with 1 on, so a 2-run shot. Ripspod gets the win. Pozo with the hold. Ben Caden with the save. Mazeroski with the loss. Ripspod went 7 innings, gave up 2, struck out 6. Gets player of the game.
That'll bring us to New York for the Toros Voyagers game. Toros, McCoy, Blast Voyagers, 10-2. Don't know why I read the punctuation, but I did it. I'm definitely going to highlight McCoy right here, as was highlighted in the announcement. 4 for 5 with 2 runs and 4 RBIs is about as good as it gets. For New York, there's nothing resembling that performance. 1 for 4 with an RBI for Kuntz, maybe. Benson started, went 6, gave up nothing. He'll get the win. For New York, Tokuyama gets the loss, gave up 4 and 6, and McCoy is our player of the game.
Here we go. Stars dropping the surge 8-4. Stars 12 and 7, matching the apex. See who has the tiebreaker, but wow, Thomas Rose 4 for 5, continuing a pretty good start. Munson though 3 for 5. Fry 2 for 5. Buswell 3 ribbies, 2 for 5. Wow, that offense there just absolutely destroyed. 18-12 on hits. Danny Gonzalez, nice day, 3 for 4. The youngster, she's having a good start, 319 batting average. Balkan with the loss, Karamochi with the win, Sigripper with the hold, Law with the save. Munson, as mentioned, Davey gets player of the game.
Looks like LBG in the chat asking about your Saturday plans.
My friend tried to call me. He's probably sleeping now. He tried to call me during the stream. Gonna see if he's awake when we conclude here. But we'll be talking to him tomorrow to figure it out because there is that storm coming. I actually do have an outing at 3 o'clock on Saturday too. Doing like fancy football trophy ceremony with a couple friends from school, so should be fun. But I'll let you know, LBG.
Alrighty, win streak now at 6 for the Demons. They're going to win this one 4-2. Danny B had an impact by getting hit by a pitch. I'll take the free ones. And maybe I'll call myself out as player of the game. 1 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run. Struck out once and got hit by a pitch once. For Providence, we'll look at the 3 hits of Brass Lemon. Nothing to show for it outside the hits, but a 3-hit day is still a good day. Pitching-wise for Detroit, Daring went 6 innings, gave up 2 earned. Hold for Diglett, and a save for Duckworth Lewis. For Providence, Voss is going to take the loss, 6 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned. And Bobby Daring will get player of the game. I think that's the second this stream for Bobby Daring.
Detroit recovering from a horrible start, now right back in it. Gravy helps Maui cruise to an 11-1 win at home against Sarasota, moving to 4 wins on the year. There's your batting, 3 ribbies for Camden. Great pickup for Maui late in the offseason. Bogescu, 2 for 4. Holding a fart adds a ribby, having a good start, 325 batting average in his swan song. Galvin takes the loss. Baldelli with the win. And player of the game goes to Chili Gravy, who I didn't get to see. Scroll up and see Snussu's stats. 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 4 ribbies.
Wow.
A 3-run homer in the 5th.
How about that? What a way to end the majors for this sim. Gonna go ahead and do our last save of the sim here. As I say sad things, my Brew City Bears kind of blown out here, 2-12, 6 hits to 18.
Damn.
We got flattened for sure. Going down the hitting lineup, we'll single out Aldridge, 2 for 4 with an RBI. For the Dillos, looks like Hawkins with 3 RBIs on a hit. I assume that's a homer, but I don't actually see it, so maybe not. 3 for 5 day with 2 RBIs for Johnson's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching, it's Bumbles, goes 1.1, gives up 5. For the Dillos, Nini's going to get the win, 7.1 clean innings. And that will be player of the game material for sure.
Sports betting is about to be legal in Florida in 2 months. That's going to be absolutely incredible. I think it passed today. 7 straight wins for the Kingpins, moving to 17-3. Scoring 2 in the top of the 13th. Holy moly. This would have been one hell of a game to stream. And looking at the batting, that was a 2-run single in the top of the 13th by none other than Shuki Hulkenvettel. Shumi Hulkenvettel. Darn it. I'm going to get crap for that. Shumi Hulkenvettel. His only 2 ribbies on the game. His only hit came in the 13th. And yeah, not much batting from either team. We'll check out pitching. Pin with the win. Multi-Opel is the save. Huevos with the loss. Sports Boy 57 went 6 1/3. 1 earned. 4 walks. Struck out 2 as your player of the game.
That'll bring us to Kansas City. Hepcats edge past the Wheelers 3-2. Looks like it was a walk-off. 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. A Johnson walk-off 2-run single. Kraft doing a little bit of a flat line there at the end, or not a flat line, a plummet. For Anchorage, let's talk about Rude, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. For KCH, we'll look at the, 1 hit and 2 RBIs of Johnson that we just talked about. Pitching-wise, it was Gusto, 7 innings pitched that earned the player of the game, but no decision. Rizzo got the loss and the blown save. For Kansas City, Schultz went 6.1, didn't give up anything, so both starters giving up zilch. Definitely not Kevin Choate, 0.2, gives up 1 earned.
And the Firehawks rolled to an 8-0 win over the Flamingos. Scoring 6 in the bottom of the 2nd. So back-to-back wins after the walk-off for California. Florida drops to 9-11. California moves to 8-12. 2 ribbies for Encarnacion and Raquise. Good days from both of them. Grimes with the win. Jansen Crenshaw picks up the loss. And your player of the game will be Robert Grimes, 6 1/3, no earned, 2 walks, 9 struck out. Gets your player of the game.
And our last box score of the day, Swifties will improve to 10-10 on the season with this 8-3 win. Sportello slugs Swift Steeds to the 8-3 win. So let's just go ahead and find Sportello, 2 for 3 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Definite player of the game material. For Louisville, we'll look at Forrest Gump, who didn't do much worse. 3 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs. Is a good day. Claflin, Nathan, 5.1 gave up 2. He gets the win. Schramm, second loss, 5 innings pitched, gave up 6 earned. And Larry Sportello is our player of the game. There you have it. That'll do it. Why don't we peek at some standings?
Yes, finally.
Before we go.
I've been nervous. Apex do have the tiebreaker against the Stars. Demons right behind them.
With a 90 game magic number, it might be a little early to talk about tiebreakers.
Obviously, Scorpions 1 game out of that wild card spot. With the Demons, who they are trailing. Supernovas 2 games out of that wild card spot. Legends Conference. Boise 1 game out of the West. Voyagers 4 games out of the East. Wild card wise, 2 games out for the Sloths, with the Voyagers and Raptors holding on to those wild card spots. So things looking a little interesting. Sloths, I know they've been to the playoffs a million times. Currently 2 games out. Would be interesting to not see them in it for the first time in a while for me. Stars having a really good hot start to the season. 12-7. Demons though started off really bad. Now 11-8.
We were
back to
undefeated
form.
this sim. I think there were 6 Detroit games this sim. I think we won them all. Could be mistaken
8-2 in the last 10. Look at that. In the last 10, all of the Champions East 500 or better. only division besides the Legends East. Same thing. Both East divisions, all 4 teams are 500 or better in their last 10 games.
Step it up, West. Jeez.
The West is the new East. The East is the new West? Question mark.
Does look like the Aviators will be the winningest team in the regular season again. It's kind of
pretty early. Vandals right behind them with a couple games.
It's a tight race for the number 1 overall. The Makos, Sea Serpents, and Toros all at 4 and 15.
Yeah. The race for the first pick there at the bottom: Maui, Buffalo, Providence, and Cancun and Seattle. Cancun 1-9 their last 10. It's gotta hurt. We'll check. You could take care of the Miners.
Alrighty, so with the Miners, we're looking at, the Kingpins. 20 games played, they've lost 3, 850 winning percentage, 9 wins in their last 10. Lowest magic number in the league at 82. It's insane what's happening in Chicago right now. Around the rest of the league, remember now in the Miners, there is no real divisions. It is just the top 6 teams by record that make the postseason. So technically every team is a wild card team. Kingpins obviously are way ahead in first. Hepcats and Wheelers are a distant second, but they're right next to each other. Swift Steeds at 500. They had a okay-ish sim compared to some of these other teams that were hovering around 500. Flamingos and Dynamos both 9 and 11. And then the race for this number 6 seed, I think, is going to be very tight. I guess this is the number 6 seed. I can count. You got the Dillos, the Bears, and the Firehawks all at 8 and 12 right now in a 3-way tie for that last postseason spot. Can I count? No. They're all 1 out of that last postseason spot. And the Lemurs trailing 6 and 14. I think they figured to be one of the front runners in the Miners this season, so I would expect the Lemurs to start turning things around before too long.
Yeah, but love chaos, as Beaver said.
Yeah.
we want that final sim to be worth the money. We pay that final regular season sim like it's a playoff sim for great reason.
It's a tough one. Chat's always going to be mad about what the games you pick because inevitably in picking a game, you will not be picking someone else's game.
Right. Yeah, you took it from me. I was gonna say, no matter what the streamer does, they get yelled at, so that's always fun.
Yep. And there you have it. I'm excited to see Saturday, the conclusion of week 1. I was just thinking it would be a great media piece if somebody went back and took either the end of like Sim 1 or the end of week 1 and then compared it to where that team finished. Because we always like to blow out of proportion the bad starts. Like everyone was wailing the Demons were down in the dumps, and now they are right back in it.
I know. I've seen the Demons too often the past 2 seasons start bad and end up great. So
expect the Lemurs to
you
do
did not
something
hear any of
similar.
that from me, bro. You did not hear any of that from me.
No,
None of
definitely
this.
not.
Demons washed? None of that.
None of that. Windows open, I think, for a little while longer.
Definitely.
And I think on that note, new file. I always like to check these. It's my inaugural stream here. I don't know. Inaugural's not the right word. Is it? I guess for the first stream of the season.
Yeah. Have a chance to go. I know LBG likes to stream at 6. Like I said, I do have a late lunch at 3. I don't know how long it's going to go. We may be there for a bit, so probably shouldn't commit to co-hosting Saturday. It's a fantasy football league I run, the only ever trophy league I've been a part of, so it's pretty cool. We're passing it on to a good friend of mine. So
I won't be
should be fun.
catching the Saturday stream. Me and Ruth Heater Ginsburg have tickets for the Nationals game, which over the course of 24 hours went from being just a random game we were going to a game that's going to have fireworks after it, and then we got tickets to watch like a private showing of the batting practice with like 50 other Nats fans.
Wow.
So it'll be fun to sit on the first baseline and watch the boys take BP.
Yeah, no, it should be great. NL East boys. Ask the booth which league is your favorite to commission, fantasy or PBE. He's asking me because I'm a commissioner of that league, the trophies league. Definitely have more fun here. I'm not pandering to my audience. This definitely requires way more effort. That's obviously not even disputable. And so, when things go well, I think it's more rewarding when you put in a lot of effort for something and it's, going well. We didn't have to dangle anything. We usually have to get 100 viewers on a regular stream, on a non-draft stream. And yeah, we eclipsed 100 viewers, had 103 on opening day, hovered in the 70s tonight. Interest is still there. World is opening back up. So that's great to see. Love having you guys here with us 4 nights a week, sometimes during the day on Saturdays. Yeah. Always a good time in this league. With Poe stepping down, obviously head office position is open. We've had apps come through. If you're thinking about applying, don't hesitate. Just message me your app. And don't ask me for a questionnaire. Your app is open-ended. The reason being is that in HO, you have to be pretty intrinsically motivated to be successful. And so we require you to be intrinsically motivated to pump out an app. So there he is, Scott. And Poe himself in chat.
Shut up right at the end. You think he had a player of the game earlier. I don't know if you were around for that, but good job, Poe.
Yeah, Poe's having a good season, way better than last season.
Hey, he ended up with the Silver Slugger when all was said and done.
For DH, I mean, it's usually, not to be rude, usually an IA at DH, but congrats to Poe.
Hey, how many Silver Sluggers does Austin Bentley have? Never even gotten a vote.
No, no way. Not after going 0 for 2 in a game 7 and with 2 strikeouts. Season 15. That was a quick upload, sir.
Yep, was not too bad. Let me find my.
Do I have a Gold Glove, Yakko? Enoch? I do. Nice, bro.
Danny doesn't have a Gold Glove, and he never will get one.
Why? That's very pessimistic.
100 range second baseman in my conference. I think the 100 range second baseman's going to get it over the 90 range second baseman every time.
Yeah, I don't know why I even asked. It's my boy Gurin.
Yep, there's no beating Gurin.
No Magician at second. Love to see it as a junk pitcher. Look at Poe being nice to me. Hummus wins Silver Slugger and HO every season.
Aw. I thought about going Magician, but like every pitcher on the Demons roster is a flamethrower, so it just doesn't make sense for us.
Now, what about have we had a Magician outfielder? Nope, right?
You would think you'd get a second center fielder with 100 range would make a lot of sense.
Especially with a lot of flame pitchers coming out lately.
Yeah.
In the league,
If I played center field, I'd tell you I definitely would have.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Well, we're still waiting on that. That's going to be interesting to see the first ever Magician center fielder.
I would have considered it a lot stronger too at short. I think those are the two positions that really. Oh
yeah, there's multiple. I know Junie, Philly fan, BJ Foe he switched. Oh, Cena Jr. Yeah.
Down in the minors.
Yep, Cena Jr. is a center fielder, Magician, and Danny Gonzalez was, but moved to short. That's right, because Tintin is the co-GM and is playing center field. Both speedy players.
This looks right? Yep. We got our. Wait a minute. Does this look right?
I'm kind of pumped to see Cena Jr. hopefully get called up one day and win a Gold Glove at center field.
Okay. It does. I don't know why I thought. I saw the 6
Beaver,
and 13,
second
so
base.
looking... Sorry, go ahead.
Second base definitely works for Magician if you do it correctly. It looks like Apex has kind of got the right tools for that. A bunch of junk pitchers. So.
Well, that is our upload. Do we have somebody we want to raid?
I don't think anybody from the community is streaming. OTP was streaming. They're now offline. If you're a PBE community member and you want to get rated, you might just want to hit that start stream button on OBS.
Give it a minute. My boy,
not, then
Stevie Steve is always asking me to raid him, but he's never on after I finish streaming.
Yeah, I don't see anybody really. Can we raid ourselves?
What do you want to hop on your Warzone right now?
My friend is streaming, but don't want to raid him. Maybe if we trade a raid for a create.
I'd be down.
Yeah. Lemurs are -4, Pythag, rough.
Yeah, they are off to, I think, a way rougher start than makes any sense.
Damn. That hurts. They'd be, what, 10-4? No.
10-10.
10-10, yeah, I can't do math.
Tied with the Swifties, and one up on the wild card.
Damn, they'd be in the playoffs, essentially. We're tied with the Swifties, yeah.
The season's young. I wouldn't worry yet. Beavers singing for chaos.
Yeah, the chaos tracker, True Beeves in the Twitch chat. Would really like that. I really would. As a commissioner, that's what I really hope for every season. Just absolute chaos for
It means
buzz.
There's a ton of parity too, right?
Yeah, definitely in the minors there is. Majors there is as well at this point. You're going to see playoff races in both conferences, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Why does this seem? This is an old school graphic made by 209 Tacos. He slipped that in there, and nobody noticed for a while, I think.
I've looked through the graphics channel. I haven't seen a more up to date. Thanks for watching. So I've stuck with it. I think it's okay to have one throwback logo hanging around somewhere.
Yep, got to get the fun off, is what it stands for, right?
That's right. The fun's over. We finished the stream. And on
Yeah.
that, I think we can say sayonara. Thanks
Yes, sir.
everyone
Thank
for
you all for
coming.
watching.
Thanks for co-hosting here, Hummus.
Of course.
And I hope everyone has a good evening.